Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well. We're coming on a different time, trying to test some things out. And plus, I won't be able to get on tonight, so trying to keep to my staying on a Monday stream, even though I won't be on tonight. I decided to come on this morning instead. Good morning, Joe Mama. How are you? How's it going? Happy Easter Monday, I guess. This is the week you have off, isn't it? Didn't you tell me you have this week off or something? Thought you did. Can't remember now. Better than I deserve. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. I do not want to play ranked. Done. Let's do a little blitz warm up. Better than I deserve. That's what I like to hear. I know that's right. Not that you don't deserve the best, but I understand the sentiment. It is. I need to finish up some work today. You got a 4-hour train tomorrow. Well, train's not really work, although it can be more tiring, I find. I don't know what it is about sitting there doing nothing and listening to a talking head for hours. Yeah, I borrow it from Dave Ramsey, too. I'm so surprised by the number of people who don't recognize it when I say it. Especially the younger crowd when I say it. I was like, better than I deserve. They're like, you deserve the best. I'm like, you're missing the point. Thank you. I appreciate you being nice. I'm not saying that I don't have it good. I'm just doing better than I deserve. Anyway, what I was saying is, I don't know what it is about sitting and listening to a talking head for hours, but it wears me out. Oh boy. Another program, huh? Fun. I'm sure you're just thrilled with that. Really? Why are you going to give me 2 freaking shotguns? Still 2 shotguns. There we go. Especially when I'd rather have my time off. Yeah, for real. Like, you were getting between me and a margarita. It's worse being a presenter between lunchtime, but getting in between somebody's time off, man. That's just you asking for it. Yeah, come over here. What are you doing? Goofy goober. Goofy goober just wanted to bounce around. What is it with the shotguns? Why do they want to keep giving me the same gun? Anyway, I'm not sure if you heard what I was saying, mainly because I was just talking to myself. I'm not going to be on tonight, so that's the main reason why I decided to come on today. Or this morning, rather, since I'm trying to still do my Monday schedule. Plus, I just wanted to see how the morning did for me. Mornings used to always be really good for me, and nighttime's just a tough time to stream. I don't really get much. Dude, there's somebody right in front of you. Why are you shooting at me? Big dummy. Yeah, now I'm gonna shoot you. See how you like it. Don't like it, do you? Ooh, ooh. Okay. Okay, all right. Not bad for the first game on. Not bad for the first game on. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch over to ZB and start TikTok up. Anyway, how was your weekend? How was your Easter? Tuesday night going to be a long day for you. Yeah, it will be. Should be a fun tournament, though. I was just kind of looking at the setup of it because I really didn't know. He didn't really tell me a whole lot about it. He just invited me, and I was just looking at the rules for it. So it's random duos. Game 1 is just going to be random fill duos, straight up BR with random fills, no special rules, just vibes and surviving. Good luck. Game 2 is going to be a fighter healer, duo role lock. Pick your role and stick to it. One fighter can carry everything except heals. No picking up heals from the ground or chest. Slurp barrels and tankers are fine. You can only heal what your healer passes you. And the healer can carry everything except guns. Damage is pickaxe only. Gloves are allowed, but deal even a single point of damage and you're banned for life, no exceptions. So that's game 2. Game 3 is silent mode. Turn off your audio and your visual audio cues. That's it. Normal BR otherwise. Comms with your duo still allowed, just no in-game sound or visual audio indicators. That'll be fine. What's up, Papa John? How are you, dude? Game 4 is 1 POI. Everybody drops at Sandy Strip. You cannot leave the POI. Last one standing wins. Okay. Game 5 is going to be hide and seek. No rules, go hunt. So no weapons, no dealing damage. Overshield trading's allowed for Storm Surge. No heal off. Cotton Storm, you can heal while making your way back to circle, but get back ASAP. All other heals and utilities are fair game. So it should be fun. And I'm really not sure who's all in the tournament. You should scope good hiding spots in Sandy. That's not a bad idea, actually. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, because that's going to be interesting. Everybody has to drop at Sandy. It would almost be more interesting instead of just having the one POI, just do a game of Blitz, like a custom Blitz, and just get it going. I don't know. I've never seen anybody do a custom Blitz, but I think that could be fun. If you get a bunch of streamers all dropping in on a Blitz game with the random duos. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that'd be crazy. Because it's already super fast paced, right? So this is a similar concept. We've all got to drop in Sandy, so it's going to be small. It just, you're not really getting pushed by the storm until a certain point, I guess. And you're not allowed to leave the POI. So at some point, the storm, if it lasts that long, the storm is just going to start wiping people out because you can't leave. Habu Blase is here. What's up, Habu Blase? How are you, dude? Good to see you, friend. All right, let's get a game of BR started here. Go ahead and get. I don't know why TikTok does this sometimes. It won't let me click. It won't let me click the go live button. There it is. Now it came up. So weird sometimes what it does. I'm good. I'm good. Just checking out random streams. Well, I appreciate you dropping in, Papa John. Good to see you, dude. I don't normally stream at this time. I used to. And then I got a new job that's just has been keeping me busy, but I wasn't as busy today. I normally stream evenings, and I kind of miss my morning stream time. Nighttime stream is just a hard time to stream. Just not as many people checking you out. You got to get some games with Blaze. He gave me a cloak. I can make them now. Oh, it's a game show. All right, yeah. Abu Blaze and I have played. I think we've raided together. I'm pretty sure we have, haven't we? He's normally 8 to midnight, 3 days a week. Yeah, normally. This week's going to be goofy, though. So I'm doing morning tonight, or today. Then tomorrow we've got the tournament. So that starts at 6 o'clock Eastern. And I'll just stream until midnight. So I have no idea when the tournament's going to be done. What up, Moo Moo Man? And then I normally do Thursday, 8 p.m. to midnight, which I might still do. A friend of mine is trying to get me into, there's this league in town. We have a lot of breweries in my town, a lot of breweries. And so there's this league in town that does beer tennis. And essentially, what up, McLean? Thank you for the heart me. Essentially, they do, it's like a pickleball tournament out in the parking lot, but it travels from brewery to brewery, and so you have like a home brewery, and they just pick teams between breweries. It's a whole thing, but it's like just for fun. It's not super competitive. That's what they tell me. Yeah, like, look, dude, I ain't looking for anything super competitive. You know, if it's just going out and drinking beers and having a fun time, I'm down. But if you get people out there that are just going to start going insane, I mean, that's not my vibe. You know, there's some people who just can't help but be competitive at everything they do. I'm like, I ain't looking for all that. So my friend's been bugging me to come out and check it out. And it's always on Thursday night. So I will probably check it out this Thursday. But I don't know how long it lasts. So whenever I get home from that, I'll probably get on stream. We'll see. Things I do for my friends, man. He's like, you gotta come out and do it. I like, you do remember I just had like knee surgery like 3 months ago. Like I ain't going out there trying to play tennis. He's like, nah, I didn't know that serious. Everybody just kind of chucks hits the ball back and forth. I'm like, look, if it's just fun. If it's just fun in games, I'm all for it. Like, I got no problem with that. So we'll see. We'll check it out. Who got that? Who got that chest? Somebody is here and got that chest. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, now you want to shoot back. Dun dun dun. What's going on, folks? Happy Monday to you. Welcome in. First game on. Hope everybody had a great Easter weekend. Even if you don't celebrate Easter, I still hope it was a great weekend. I burned my mouth and I need some sleep. We go for sleep. We sleep when we're dead. That's right, Joe Mama. That's right. 100% correct on that one. We sleep when we're dead. Dang, Unc. You still up playing? What do you mean still up playing? I just got on. But But yeah, we're still here. Guy was trying to hurt me. Did y'all see that? Oh, okay. Imaginary demon. Dude, that's funny. I mean, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, but that's normal for me. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good Monday so far. Come here, dude. Missed. Now you hit. Oh, wow, I thought I had him. What up, Beluga? How are you? Dr. J with the heart mean to go populars. Appreciate you, dude. I just opened my eyes. Can't blame you, Danny. Can't blame you, Danny. It is almost 9 o'clock my time, so I've been on for almost 4 hours. Went to the gym this morning. Enjoying your first morning coffee. Let's go. That's what we like to hear. No work today. Let's go, Dr. J. I do have to work, but I didn't have anything on my calendar. It's kind of slow, so I can play hooky for a little while. It's 8 here. 8 o'clock's not too bad when you just open your eyes. Time for coffee number 2. Sorry, I had to get that one down. What up, Risky? How are you? Good morning. That was not a good game, y'all. We do better than that around here. We do better than that around here. Good morning, Hannah. Coffee number 2 sounds good. I actually haven't drank coffee in a while. Can't remember the last time I had coffee. Good morning, Bestie. Good morning, Hannah. How are you doing? Hope everybody had... Hannah with the heart me, thank you so much. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. My Easter was pretty chill. It was kind of gray and dreary and rainy, and we needed the rain, so I wasn't complaining. I'm glad I got my yard work done on Saturday. But it did cause me to go to church, had a Easter brunch, and I came home, and I fell asleep on the couch. Made sweet tea yesterday for the first time since Christmas. I will drink the whole pitcher. It's a treat for my usual water. Let's go. It was raining where you are too. Hannah, I'm doing great. Doing fantastic. Kind of excited to be on in the morning. It's been a while since we've done a morning stream, and I have missed the morning crew. We get such a better FYP push out in the morning. It's just hard to stream at night, y'all. There's not a lot of people watching. We always did better numbers in the morning, so I kind of miss it, not gonna lie. Sunday. Joe Mama, you ain't lying. McLean with the go popular and the super popular. Let's go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess I do need to get a gift gallery up there. I'll do that here in just a minute. Yeah, I stuffed myself on for Easter brunch and came home. And I wasn't intending on taking a nap, but I sat down to watch some TV, and yeah, I fell asleep. I slept for a good hour. It felt really good. McLean with 20 tiny dinies. W. McLean, thank you so much. That's huge. Really appreciate you. That's freaking awesome, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a big fan of this landing spot. It's a nice place to kind of loot up. And most of the time I can run around and get some shields, get enough gold to hire the bot. Got somebody walking around here. Who's walking around down here? See if you got enough to hire the bot. Yeah, we do. Who is walking around down here? I keep seeing footsteps, but I can't see where they are. And nothing just pinged just then either. Sheriff car. Oh, nice. A lot of lurkers at night because everyone's also playing. Yeah, that's so true. There is a lot of lurkers at night. Which we love the lurkers. Yeah, it's fun to stream in the mornings. Maybe I can try to get back to doing it more if I get on early enough. If you're new here, drop a follow, tap the screen. Danny, thank you. Yes. If you're new here, drop a follow, tap the screen. Give me your daily heart me. It's only a penny, but it means a lot to me. Helps us get us pushed out of the FYP. And we need it. No health? Oh, he's all the way back here. In your inventory, oh yeah. I don't typically run with health. I will here in a little bit. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Come here, goober. Alright, they're putting a hurting on me. What is going on this morning? I've fought Moki Bunny before. I fought them before. Tall guy with the Harmy, what's up? Early stream. Yes, Aaron, early stream. Thank you for the Harmy. Good to see y'all. Okay, we're not off to a good start this morning, though. Definitely more action in the morning. For sure, Danny. For sure, definitely more action. I used to stream in the mornings all the time. A nighttime stream was kind of rare for me. Maybe I need to get back into it. Got to warm up that aim. Yeah, it is too early for gaming fingers. You got that right. That's so true, Joe Obama. We're not limbered up. Actually, I did have I had a rain while I was at the gym this morning. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's too jittery. I remember that it was a gradual transition into nighttime. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was gradual. I got a new job in I've always worked for a West Coast company, so I never really got busy till like lunchtime. Now I work for an East Coast company, and so my mornings have been busy. Those are bad for you, sir. I don't drink them that often. This is actually the first one I've had in a while. And I feel like it's okay if you do it as a pre-workout. Not as just like a cup of coffee and sitting in a chair, like some of our other friends do. I actually drank one and then did a bunch of cardio. What type of work do you do? I am a product marketing manager for a tech company, tall guy. I feel personally attacked. What do you mean? Oh, no. Are you a rain drinker, tall guy? Joe has a friend that had a heart attack at 24 because of energy drinks. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't drink them that often. I literally don't. I mean, I know some people that drink them every day or drink multiples of them every day. Maybe. Nothing wrong with it, tall guy. Joe Mama's the one over here giving me a hard time. Talking about her daughter's friend had a heart attack at 24 from drinking them. That's why I stick to natural coffee. Yeah, I'll drink coffee. I don't have anything against coffee. But a couple years ago, I kind of transitioned to drinking English breakfast tea in the morning. And I actually don't have any tea at the moment. But yeah, English breakfast tea is probably my go-to. Hello, Joe. Danny says hello, Joe Mama. This guy's gonna beat me to the lighthouse. Get away from my lighthouse. It's mine. I'm looking at a new job, which would be remote. Fingers crossed. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I work from home, and it is nice to be able to do it. I don't personally prefer it. I like being able to go into an office. It's nice to have the option, but I wish I had an office to go to. Mainly because I'm an extrovert. And sitting at home with no one to talk to all day absolutely drives me crazy. You know, peek? No? Okay. Should I chase them? Now I'm out of bullets. Well, that worked out in my favor, I guess. I get more done. Yeah, and that's the reason I say I like to have the option. Because when I do want to get work done, like when I want to get heads down, it is super nice to work from home. But I'm just a big extrovert. So, I actually like going into an office and, going to lunch with friends. Ow. Ooh, McDoubles. We will take those. When I also talk more than I work, but at home. Oh, yeah. I work from home 2 days a week and in my office 2 hours away. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Ow! I'm not doing well. Come on. Would you give me a break? Michael Smith with the follow. Thank you so much, brother dude. How are you, man? All right. We actually were playing halfway decent there. I just kept getting pushed and couldn't get healed. Everybody was coming for me. Where everybody got to push me like that, man? Why everybody got to push me like that? Anyway, what was I saying? I mean, I do get more work done from home most of the time. That's not a true statement all the time. Because there are some days where I've got laundry to do. I've got to run some errands. And it's just easier for me to go and do that stuff. Again, it's nice to have the option. But I feel more connected with the business if I go into an office and there's other people that work in the business, even if we're in the same department, which I actually prefer because then I can learn. Like, I like being around the salespeople doing what I do. Like, I get to hear what's going on and the stuff that they're working on. Remote job requires so much self-discipline. I like that some days when I'm yapping in chats, but I love it. Joe Mom, I'm the same way, 100%. I'll trade with you, Jetta. My office is my backpack, and I have to carry it with me everywhere I go. Yeah, Beluga. Do you work in sales, by any chance? I mean, I have thought about, so my church, this is actually a project I worked on with my church. A few years ago, we had done an expansion. No, she's in education. Okay. Uh, I'm an early inter. Oh, I knew that. I knew that. God bless you. You are a special person, Beluga. Um, a few years ago, our church was expanding, and we were building some more office space. And we've always kind of had this motto that we wanted to be a blessing to the community, even if you weren't a believer. You never darkened the doors on a Sunday. Like, we wanted to be that kind of church that if for some reason we had to fold up and go out of business and shutter the doors, that the whole community be like, we miss those people, right? And so we were trying to figure out how to be a blessing to the community, what we could do. And we were like, we've got an excellent facility here that, for the most part, 6 days out of the week, it's empty. It doesn't get used. How can we get the community to use it? And we noticed that there was a lot of people, mainly from our own congregation, that were having like Bible studies throughout the week. They were struggling to find places to meet, um, especially right where we're at. People like to go to coffee shops. Well, at the time, there was only one coffee shop. It was a small Starbucks, and it was always crowded and loud. People tried to do Bible studies in there, and you just couldn't do it. And so we had the idea that we had such a great space that it would be great if we could turn our lobby into a coffee shop. But we didn't want to be in the coffee business. We wanted to like bring in somebody that was their business, right? Like, you run a coffee shop, just run it, and we'll give you the space. We don't want any money. We're not here to make money off it. We're not going to charge you rent or anything. We want you to just run your coffee shop, and we'll let everybody hang out here. And it's been a huge success. You go in there now, Monday through Friday, and that whole lobby is packed. And people are sitting there working, and they're drinking coffee, and they're having meetings, and it's great. And it's a bunch of people. Most of them don't go to church there. Like, they just come in there and they work and they drink their coffee. You would think it's just a coffee shop. And you got to understand, our lobby doesn't look like a traditional church. So a lot of people, at first, when we first did it, people were a little skeptical. They're like, is somebody going to try to come in here and convert me? We're like, no one's gonna bug you at all. Well, that's the reason I was saying that, Joe Mama, is there's days that I'm like, I should just pack up and I should just go work there. But the thing is it's my church. And I would get nothing done because people from church, like all the staff and the pastors and everybody they would all come by. Like, I would get nothing done, and I'd end up dealing with more church business than I do my own business. But I may still do it like one day a week. Sharing the collective brain cell again. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, for real. It's a little crazy how how similar we think. But I may go in one day a week just to get out of my house, because I get a little stir crazy being in here all day, every day. And yeah, it's just like, no, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go do something. It's driving me crazy. All right, let's get back to the games. But yeah, it's been wildly successful. We've actually had some major businesses like Duke Energy's the big energy provider in the area. And they'll come in and use like our sanctuary to have like big company meetings. Um, and they'll pay for all the coffee for their employees and just run a tab. And so we've been doing stuff like that. It's just been really cool. You need to sign on the back of your shirts. I'm working and I have no self-control. Do not disturb. Yeah. That might work. That might actually work. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Anyway, we're gonna try a different drop spot. Maybe we can have a little bit better luck. Actually, we won't. This is gonna be a hot drop. I can already tell you this will be a hot drop. We gotta lock in for a second, y'all. This will be a hot one. Do I need help getting a win? That sounds a little mean. I mean, yeah, but no. Do I need help getting a win? Blink twice if you need help. Oh, that's funny. What's up, Ramafan? Thank you for the heart meat. Heart meat. I can't even talk, much less play. Oh, it's gonna be that day. It's gonna be that day. Blink, blink, exactly. That's right, Joe Mama. How are you doing, Ramafan? How was your weekend? We already have pizza. What are we doing? We already have pizza. Knew somebody was going to take a shot at me right there. Didn't see where it was coming from, though. Oh, there they come. How about, doing well? Weekend was good. Yeah, weekend was pretty good. Pretty laid back. I mean, I did some yard work on Saturday. Did the whole church thing yesterday, Easter. I was telling Chad a second ago, it was kind of gray and rainy, which my yard needed it. So I was thankful for it. But it did put me in a mood to nap right after church, which I did. Unexpectedly. Am I losing my mind, or did you change my name? Change your name? Yes, I did. Change my name. Been a while, but it's also been a while since I have streamed in the morning, so. You are not losing your mind. It is I. Used to go by DJ 45 Cal. There's a story behind it, but yeah. I'm glad you remember me, though. We'll take a whole pizza. Why wouldn't we? If you're streamed... I know your stream buzzed my phone like an alarm clock. Oh, did it? Yeah, I finally got the alerts fixed on Discord. I think y'all told me a while back, and I forgot about it. And then I kind of just was looking this weekend and noticed that the channels that normally push out the Twitch and TikTok alerts, like, hadn't done it since November or whatever. I can't remember. Maybe it was October. I remember looking at it, and I was like, good Lord, why isn't this thing? And, of course, it's because of the name change. So I had to go in there and update all that stuff so it would pick up the alerts. So hopefully Discord sent out alerts when I went live. As it should. You got your noties turned on Twitch and it went off. Nice. Good. Glad it's working. That's perfect. Guess we should go get our... Oh, this is going to be a real person on the rival. We're going to get a real person for our first rival. See how this goes. They still got the llamas in the game. I'm glad they left the llamas in the game. I'm just not a fan of it. I tried it one time and I was like, yeah. It was a weird movement that maybe I could get used to, but I certainly was not used to it. It messed me up big time. There they are. Yeah, fight that person while I sneak up on you. That's perfect. They almost killed me, y'all. They for sure saw me coming. I thought they were still fighting that other person. We don't want that gun. Good and bad. There's a Lysol, hopefully over the bad. Wait, House, I missed something. I've been good, had a few things happen since last time we were all here, some good, some bad. If people would stop killing me in Blitz before I load in would be amazing. Yeah, I know, that's right. You know what? I will take those. Chrysler LeBaron. Definitely over the bad hump. Good, good, good. Don't forget to emote on them. I'm not quite that toxic. I will emote on somebody if it's like a weird fight. And what I mean by weird, if I have to chase you all over the map, like if you push me and then I start fighting and you start losing and you run and now I gotta chase you, when I catch you and kill you, I will emote on you. But for the most part, I'm really not that toxic. Try not to be, at least. So I don't do it just because I killed you. Where is this person? You think it's there? It's this fight over here? I doubt it. Shouldn't be. That's way too far away. Thank you for the follow, BG. Thought they said DG for a second. It's like, is that Daddy Games? But it is not. Dun dun dun. It did not give me the win. I hate it when it does that. That was the rival. They are dead now. And now I'm still stuck in a rival. Okay, now it cleared the rival. It didn't give me the win, though. And now I don't have any rivals available. Poop. I feel like I dropped something I shouldn't have. Oh, if I emote somebody I kill, I get shot dead by somebody. Yeah, it's instant karma. I agree with you, Joe Mama. I used to do it just because I thought it was funny, and then the number of times like I got shot while I was emoting, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. What made me start playing Fortnite, McLean? That is a great question, because I'm really not a gamer per se. I was playing this mobile game called Game of Thrones Conquest for a little over a year, I guess, and it was just something to pass some time away. When I first started playing it, and I thought it was just a mobile game. I didn't realize that there was other real people in the game. And after playing it for a few weeks, I realized, all right, there's real people in this game, and it was this whole, you got to join a clan, and everybody's on Discord. So I did all the things, right? And I got good at the game. Well, long story short on that community is toxic. Like, not just the one that I happen to be in. I don't really want to get into the details, but it's super toxic. And I mean, like, bad toxic. People doxing you, threatening your life, like showing you, taking pictures of your house. Like, they'll go on Google search and find out where you live and just do all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, it's bad, right? And it's really expensive game. Like, to play it at any length, it's super expensive. And I was like, I'm just done with this. I don't want to be a part of this. Like, this is supposed to be relaxing, and it wasn't relaxing. And it's also like a 24/7 game. So I really I got to a level in the game where I really just never had any rest. Anytime I was out doing something in real life, I was getting bugged and pinged, and we need you to jump in the game and join this raid, and just all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. Okay, sounds good, Joe Mama. What up, Oak Root? And so I quit that game, and I had made some friends. A handful of people that were really good people and good friends. Gotcha. And so when I left that game, it was just kind of the end of it, right? I was done. And the handful of friends were like, hey, why don't you come play Fortnite with us? And at the time, I thought Fortnite was just like an Xbox, PlayStation game. And I'm like, yeah, I'm no good with console games. Like, it's just not my thing. I don't want to play it. They're like, oh, no, you can play it on the PC too. And I was like, I don't know. That's just, I'm really not a gamer. Where are those shots coming from? Oh, there they are. Okay. You're hiding in the bush. I don't like it. I don't like it. So they persisted, and I was finally like, okay, fine, I'll give it a try. I really didn't think I was going to like it, but I started playing the game and instantly fell in love with it, honestly. A lot of mobile games have toxic communities. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't really know it was like real people. I just thought it was a mobile game, right? When I first started playing it. And I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. The only reason I started playing it. Hence the skin I'm wearing. So yeah, they got me playing it, and I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. So I just kept playing the game. Come on. I know you're back there. So that's what got me playing it. But now they were all playing on consoles though, so this is just a little bit more than what you asked about. They were all playing Like the pair you missed bug spray with. Oh, yeah, nice. Um, is that guy just gonna hide behind the rock? Or did he run the other direction? I think he's waiting for me to move first. I need heals, though. I need shields. Now they got height on me. There's that other person, too. They were hiding behind the rock the whole time. Let me get reloaded. It's going to be 4 people up here. What am I doing? I want that. And that. Thank you. What up, Shay? Thank you for the tiny bunnies. What was that sound? Oh, good grief.
Subscribed.
Ooh, we got a sub. Sorry, I got to lock in for a second. Who was the sub? Oh, Princess Leia with the sub. Thank you so much, Princess. Somebody in that bunk right there. Now they're trying to get height on me now. Y'all, this is going to be a nasty fight. There's 4 other people, and we're all right on top of each other. Oh, come on! Do you think we will run into the infamous song this stream? What's the infamous song? Sorry, y'all. I had to lock in there for a second. But that was a good game, though. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Not the way he's riding around in llama, I know, right? People riding llamas are unstoppable. See, I die when I get on the llama, Shay. It does me no good. Like I tried it one time. It did not work for me. I was like, I don't know how people are doing this. I had to get off. Anyway, let's go here real quick before we jump into another game. Could we listen to gameplay? Is the game audio not happening? I did forget, Danny. What's the infamous song? There's no game audio? The audio isn't on for some reason. Oh no. Y'all gotta tell me that. Let me go back here. You hear game audio, Beluga. Okay. TikTok's saying they're not getting game audio. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't know why it changes this sometimes. Yeah, no, it needs to be game save. Now you should have it. Let me go to a Blitz game really quick, make sure y'all can hear it. I didn't mind, okay. Yeah, well, I hate that, though. It's on now? Okay, good. Okay. Well, we won't go into Blitz real quick then. I was trying to finish the story, though. Yeah, think if y'all have never streamed, like, you listen to any streamer, anytime there's, like, a Windows update or some kinda software update, things just get changed, and you don't know it. So, yeah, anytime something like that happens, y'all please just let me know. You're not bugging me at all. If you're not hearing something that you should be hearing, or if it's something's too loud or too soft or whatever. Anyway, I forgot what I was trying to tell you about. Oh, yeah, so that's how I started playing, Fortnite, and I fell in love with the game, and, but I was playing with a bunch all my friends were on consoles. So I was like, "How do I do this? How do I do that?" And they couldn't tell me because it's like, "Oh, you press X or you press triangle." I'm like, "I'm on keyboard and mouse. I don't have X and triangle." Um, and so I had to start watching, or I didn't have to, but I started watching streamers to learn how to play the game and what I should be doing. And that alone almost ended me uh, um, playing Fortnite for any degree because the first handful of streamers that I was watching were just were very toxic. Like they were just rude, right? They were always talking crap about the other players. They weren't really interacting with chat, and when they did, it was usually rude. I don't know. I just didn't like it, but they were really good at the game, and I was trying to learn the game. Um, but I kept looking at more and more streamers, and I finally ran across one streamer named Chalk Dunny, and he was instantly different because he was talking with chat, he was laughing and joking, and I'll never forget what really convinced me, like, this guy, I gotta follow this guy. Somebody in chat was like, "Hey, how do you do that movement?" And in the middle of the game, he just stopped and demonstrated how to do this movement, like 4 or 5 times, like, took a couple minutes out of his time to demonstrate it, and then went back on playing his game. I was like, "Alright, this dude's built different." Like, he ain't like anybody else. So he was the first Fortnite streamer that I followed. Um, and from him, I got introduced to Novi, and became really good friends with Novi, and I mod for Novi. And Novi then introduced me to Hughes Vision, and suddenly there's just like this whole little community that were all very similar, right? They were funny, they're interacting with chat. They're super competitive. I'm learning a lot from them, but they're really friendly, and I become part of the community, and they're playing games with me. Um, and along the way, they start to convince me that I need to stream. And I'm like, yeah, no, dude, I've been playing this game for like 6 months. Like, I do not need to be streaming. Um, but they knew some of my stories and my background, and they were like, no, you really need to do it. And so and finally, they kinda convinced me, they're like, "You've got nothing to lose. Like, you've already got all the equipment. You should just do it and just see what happens." BG with the heart me, appreciate it. And I loved it. I didn't think I'd like streaming as much as I did. Um and it was Chalk that kind of convinced me. He's like, "Look, it helps to be really good at the game, but that's not what it's about. It's about interacting with chat, entertaining people, being just building a community." And he's like, "And not everybody's gonna like you, right? Because there's a streamer for everybody out there, right?" And like, look, I'm not a Flex or a Savage Mike. Like, I'm not bouncing off the walls screaming and lights and crap going on all over the place. I'm a Gen Xer, okay? Like I'm here just to be friendly, provide a safe place for everybody to kind of and escape for a little while and just enjoy life. Like, and I kind of found Ram fan with the roses. Thank you. You like your stream a lot. I also like Flex. Well, yeah, McLean, I love Flex too. And I love Novi and Chalk and Hughes, and they're all very different streamers. They're all very different streamers, and I like every single one of them for different reasons. But for me, I was like, look, my vibe is I'm gonna play like 90s and early 2000s alternative rock, and we're just gonna have fun. And I welcome people to make fun of me because look, I'm not the greatest Fortnite player. I'm gonna do dumb things. I'm gonna say stupid stuff. You know, I welcome people. You know, as long as you're not getting personal and trying to just put me down as a person. But if you want to goof on me, dude, goof on me. Look, I'm a goofy goober. Let's have fun. But more than anything, I just want to be a safe place where people can escape real life for a little while, forget about everything that's bugging you, and come in here. You know, and that's the reason some people who come in, um, and want to talk politics or want to get super serious. Look, that's not what I'm here to do. If you want to talk about that stuff, DM me. I've got my opinions. We can debate in DM, but it's not what I want to do on stream. Mel B with the heart me. Ram fan, dude, you just lit up my gift gallery. Thank you so much. We got the new creator, the live GGs, you're off, 14 you're awesomes. And 10 roses. Thank you so much for all the gifts, Ram fan. I appreciate that. So thank you. It's good to have both ends of the spectrum. It is, yeah. I actually love having a few people that are Gen Xers in my following list. It gives me someone who isn't a mean sweat. Yeah, no, I'm not a mean sweat. I try to get sweaty. I mean, look, I have my own personal goals to get better at this game. And I feel like, the more I play, like if you had seen me 6 months ago, I'm a whole lot better than I am now. And I've been playing this game for almost 2 years. If you'd seen me when I first started playing this game, like it was bad, y'all. It was really, really bad. But I don't really crash out. I'll get mad at myself for doing something dumb that I know I should stop. But, I just kind of bring y'all along for the ride and you can watch me improve, and hopefully that inspires somebody to not give up and keep playing. Because look, this game's fun. The community's great for the most part. 99% of the people in the Fortnite community are good people. That's what I have found. And it's easy to identify the bad ones and just move along because there's so many other good streamers and good people and just good communities to get into and be a part of. And so, I hope I'm one of those communities that's good for you, where you can just kind of come and hang out and BS. And, if you're having a bad day, bring your bad day in here. Let's talk about it. Like, dump your problems here. We can have therapy Thursdays if you want. I'm okay with it. What I don't like and what I won't tolerate is people just coming in and bad-mouthing people or trying to make people feel bad just for who they voted for or where they live or, the kind of music they like. Like, if it's done in a joking manner, like Joe Mama's one of my mods in here. She's been here for a long time. She knows me really well, and she gives me a hard time almost daily. And I'm fine with it because she knows how to pick at me and it be funny. And I'm 100% okay with it, but it never gets personal, right? Like, she's never personally attacked me. I hope that makes sense, right? I'm the nicest troll you'll meet. That's a happy 100%. Therapy Thursday, take all the kids and their parents, take them home. Yeah, right. I'm not opposed to it. Look, I've had some bad days, and this community has been for me on my really low days. Like, there was a time, gosh, what was it, about a year ago, Joe Mama? Probably about a year ago. And man, I was in a bad spot. And the people in this community were here for me. And it wasn't something I came on stream and dumped on, but I knew I had enough close people here that I could be like, hey, y'all, look, I know I'm supposed to stream tonight, but I'm just not in a good headspace, and I don't want to come on here and be fake. Like, you guys are always going to get the real me. Like, I don't come in here and you know, try to be fake for anybody. But I also don't want to bring anybody down. So if I'm having a bad day, yeah, maybe I just won't stream that day. Did I miss something? Your bridge is decked. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, we just like to have fun here, y'all. Try to keep it lighthearted. Try to keep it real, too, though. It was funny, and it's weird how the trolls... Like, when I first started streaming, I used to get a lot of trolls in here. And I used to have words on my screen that talked about, you know, all the money that I raise from streaming goes towards my nonprofit, my charity, because in my free time, I fly post 9/11 combat wounded veterans to their medical appointments. And so I used to have that on my screen. I was advised by some TikTok folks to take it down because it was hurting my FYP push. And it bugged me to have to take it down, but, you know, I'm trying to do the right thing. But anyway, I used to get these trolls in here all the time who would just come in and be like, 9/11 was an inside job, right? I'm like, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Like, why are you trying to rage bait me right now, man? Trolls live under bridges. I worry when you're not here. Your stream's one of my favorite and truly a highlight of my days when you stream. Oh, Joe Mama, thank you so much. That really means a lot because I know you're tight into a lot of communities too. So for you to say that about me and my stream just means a lot. I really appreciate that. I've tried to get better about communicating when I'm going to be on and, more importantly, when I'm not going to be on. Because it used to just be random. Yeah, it used to just be completely random. So I'm trying to get better. I think I've done a better job about trying to communicate what my schedule is. And if I can't keep to the schedule, letting everybody know, hey, I know I said I was going to be on, but something came up and I'm not going to be on. And I'm trying to stick to a schedule. So if y'all are wondering, I'm trying to stick to Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. But again, I knew I wasn't going to be on tonight, so why can't I just land in this boat? I knew I wasn't going to be on tonight, so I was like, well, I'll get on in the morning. I'm going to play one Blitz game, and I'm going to bed. All right, princess. Hope you have a great game. I appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. It's good to see you again. Bum, bum, bum. You're fairly consistent. Yeah, I try to be. I mean, things are going to happen. I don't know any streamer that sticks to their schedule 100% all the time. I mean, even the full-time guys that are every morning, Monday through Friday, are like, yeah, no, I ain't getting on today. Speaking of, I got some people I got to tab up real quick. All my regulars just got on. Life happens. People need to be more patient. Yeah. Look, and I don't mind the message of like, hey, where are you? Like, Jemima will gently nudge me with like a TikTok streamer, where are you? That does not bother me at all. What up, Warden? How are you? I never blame you for taking time away. Just worry. No, I appreciate that. I know you don't. And that's the reason I try to get better. Be like, hey, I'm not going to be on. Had something come up. Let's This will be a bot. Stand still. This will go a whole lot quicker. Thank you. Good morning, Warden. How are you? How was your weekend? What is up, dude? These bloated things are really disturbing. Like, why they gotta be so bloated? Why they gotta be so bloated like that? It's kind of nasty. Relay lamp. Danny, how is your shop been doing? Don't you have like a storefront at a market? How's that been treating you? Ooh, hi. I didn't see you standing there, friend. Yep, both those reloading. You're gonna die though. Dead. Let's get us another rival. Let me pick you up as a rival real quick. Thank you. You brought me a nice gun, too. That was so nice of them. This one's going to be on the other side of the map. Oh, they're not too far away. They're not too far away. I go to several. I'm probably attending another here in a couple months. Catching up on customs. Oh, you're getting custom orders now. Look at Miss Fancy Pants over here getting custom orders. Ended on a win. Let's go, Princess Leia. Is it Princess Leia or Princess Lee? Because some people pronounce the way you say it, Leah or Lay. Or Leia. And I always hate mispronouncing somebody's name, and I've probably asked you that before. Is it Princess Lee? I want to say it's Princess Lee. Leah, but I'll answer anything. Leah, okay. Princess Leia. Well, there you go. Oh, no. Nice job, dude. GG's. That was a good play. Pronounced the same way. Leah. Princess Leia. Most depth from custom. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that you're getting customs orders. Pretty much every other streamer calls me Princess Leia, and it doesn't bother me. Oh, Princess Leia. Leah. I'll try to remember. I mean, everybody wants to say Princess Leia because Star Wars, right? Togo's sick. Togo's sick. I don't think Togo will be streaming today. Okay. Like, why is it not showing me all this stuff? That was a little weird. Give me 1 second, yo. Just need to lurk in everybody's chat real quick. Cool. Whoa, that was really loud. That scared me. What was that? Drew the man with the follow. What's up, dude? I told you I really wanted to make you something cool, so definitely keep an eye out for me in Discord. Okay, sounds good. What's up, Drew? I would love that, Danny. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much. What is up, Drew? Happy Monday to you, brother. How's it going? Okay, why am I got a blank screen? It's kind of weird. What is up, Drew? Nothing. Watch from the hospital. Oh, no. Hope everything's okay. I mean, you're in the hospital, so everything probably isn't okay, but I hope everything turns out okay. Don't like hearing people being in the hospital. Doc said, you got to win, or they're pulling the plug. Dude, you can't put that kind of pressure on me, man. Kidney infection. Oh, no. That's not good. That can be painful, man. Hopefully they got you squared away, just some antibiotics or something. Are you getting out of the hospital anytime soon? I hope? Question mark. I don't think I've ever had a kidney infection. I don't know. That doesn't sound good, though. I need to tip this camera back a little bit. There we go. Hopefully today. Let's go, man. How long you been in the hospital, dude? That's crazy. That's crazy. Doc says I got a winner. He's pulling the plug, y'all. No pressure. No pressure. Just Drew's life on the line here. I would recommend another streamer if you're looking for that bet, though. Been here since Friday. Oh my gosh, dude. That's heinous, man. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're on the mend and you're getting out of there today, though. Or hopefully today. That's terrible, dude. I hate that for you. Any nurse will tell you the hospital's the last place you want to be. You got this, Cheddar. All right. I appreciate your confidence. If you're trying to get over an infection, the hospital's the last place you want to be. Even the doctors, man, they want to get you out of there as fast as possible. And most people think it's because of insurance. It's not because of insurance at all. People who have extended stays at hospital are more likely to get another infection. I'm going to miss this. Shoot. I got too low. They're more likely to get another infection, some kind of staph infection or something. Like, it's bad. You do not want to hang out in a hospital. So that's the reason, like, once they've got you stable and can turn you loose, they want to turn you loose. Get you out of there. Oh, you're paralyzed, so you get them frequently. Oh my gosh, man. And then you know the routine. I ain't telling you anything you don't already know. But it's also insurance driven. Well, yeah. I'm not saying insurance doesn't also want you out of there. Yeah, don't have enough yet. Ow, okay. That guy came for business. What up, Rhodey? How are you, dude? What up, Mandy? Early pew-pews. That's right, Mandy. We're getting some early pew-pews in today. Well, I'm sorry, Drew. Looks like they're going to have to pull the plug on you. I apologize. I tried. That was not my best game. Well, bye-bye. Yeah, it's nice knowing you. Spam those deuce. Yeah, he did. He got me good. I didn't think he was, like, right behind me right there. I thought he was on the other side of the lighthouse, so I thought I still had a second, but I was wrong. Let me crawl into the reboot, man. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get you a reboot, all right? How about that? I hate for the dock staff to pull the plug on you like that. That's a terrible way to have to go. Here lies Drew. Dead because a Fortnite streamer failed. It's so morbid, man, but we gathered here to hold our hands over Drew and help him revive. Right? Drew put his life in the hands of a cheese man and got grated. Oh my gosh, the jokes are terrible. Pretend this is a med kit. Yeah. Living the dream. How's your day? We love some dark humor. Every now and then you just gotta let the dark humor fly, right? I feel like Drew's one of us, though. I feel like Drew's gonna be okay. I don't feel like he's taking it personally at all. It's my love language. I was gonna say dark humor's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. That and sarcasm. Yeah, I do like some sarcasm as well. I feel like Drew will appreciate the dark humor, though. He kind of started it with us. He kind of started it with, you gotta win or they're gonna pull the plug on me. Like, come on, man. That's just crazy talk right there. Super funny, though. I gotta appreciate it. No way you running up on me like that. Ain't no way homie just ran up on me like that. Where's that chest over here? Is it up top? It's trying to tell me there's a chest over here somewhere, but I did not see it. Oh, it's the register. That's what it was. That's all good. You gotta laugh at life sometimes. You gotta laugh at life all the time, man. I appreciate that attitude, though. Yeah, you gotta laugh at life all the time. They're not even near me. You gotta give me a... It's alright. Gosh, I hate going through toys to figure out what to keep, what to get rid of. What toys are you going through? think I missed something. That sounds like a very dangerous question for me to ask. That could go terribly wrong. Feels like half my rivals were completely across the map last night. Yeah, you're right, Mandy. It's so weird. Well, they are a long way away too. Like I don't want to go all the way over there. I don't want to, Mom. I'll start in that direction, and they'll end up dying. Oh, they could be real. They are a rank 10. They could be a real person. Maybe they won't die. Maybe they won't die. We can try. Plane. Beluga, I just want to make really, really bad joke at your comment. And I shouldn't, but I really want to make a bad joke. But we're just going to resist the urge. At least I can get a car. Let's get a car. Good boy. Do it now. I'm not doing it, Beluga. You'll think badly of me. But the joke is just like right there. Wait. Now they moved all the way over here. How'd they get over there? Made me come over here to see the comment. Well, she said something about having to decide which toys to get rid of. Now, that's probably my person right there. That was a fight. That was a fight. I'm gonna be sad all day without this joke in my life. No, you won't. Trust me. It's really not that good of a joke. It's just my warped mind, and it just doesn't need to go there. Trust me. It's better for both of us. Alright, I need another rival. Let's poke in here. You laugh about your own... you laughing about your own joke is fun. Oh, yeah. I already know where he's going with it. You do, Joe Mama. You absolutely know where I'm going with it. You know where I was going with it because we often share brain cells. Hi, yes, I'll take that. I have my suspicions. Your suspicions are probably correct. It's exactly why I don't need to go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. All right, Mandy, thank you. So you really didn't miss anything. Oh, no, 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 no. Need my fingers. My fingers almost failed me there, y'all. Where did I drop my shotgun at? I swear I had blue shotgun. I swear I had blue dualies, didn't I? I swear I had blue dualies. I'm giving a sus because I'm a mind reader. Okay, that's fair. I deserve that one. No, I'm absolutely sure we're missing the joke. Yeah, I know. You're not missing it. It's appropriate. Yeah, it was. It was totally valid. I'd earned that one. We hinted enough around to be like, yeah, y'all know what I'm joking about. It doesn't need to be spoken at this point. If I didn't know you were an early ed, special ed teacher, then I would have been like, what? And I actually had to think about it, because when you were saying that, I was like, why are you talking about your toys? Who, like, what toys? And I was like, oh, that's right, she's a special ed, early education, early age special ed teacher. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, where are we going with this conversation? In this moment, he might be regretting making the comment. Nah. I mean, I don't mind sharing what's going through my head without having to say it. Where'd that shot come from? Where are they shooting from? They were shooting from right there. I'm also a mom. Okay, just make me feel bad about making the joke now. I didn't even make the joke. By the way, the infamous song... Oh, Everybody Hurts. That's right. That is the infamous song. Okay, now I know what you're talking about, Danny. Yes, that is the infamous song. I forgot. I don't think Joe Mama was here for that. Maybe she was. For those who weren't here for it, when was it? Friday? It wasn't too long ago. Whenever I last streamed. I was in like a non-stop fight. It was just like one after another. Right? And fighting for my life and winning, but the song, REM song, Everybody Hurts was playing. What's up, Jacavius? Thank you for the heart, me do. The song Everybody Hurts was playing in the background. It was just so perfect of a song playing at the time. Jacavius with the Go Popular. Good morning, dude. How are you, man? How was your Easter? How was your weekend? W philosophy. Wait, what was that? My mom used to say, if it's on the floor, it's sweeper food. As a mom, all of it goes. Okay. If it's on the floor, it's sweeper food. I was crying laughter for a moment. It was just so, it was so random. It was really funny. All right, we got 2 people left. Can we win this one for our friend Drew? Wait, they're fighting back here. There's 2 people left and they're fighting over here. Ooh, you brought me shotguns, though. Thank you, brother. Now he's got 1 person left. Wonder who Goober was fighting. He was shooting at somebody. Wait, yeah, your TikTok video is getting knocked down. Getting knocked down. Oh, was so good. Borderline inspiration. I loved. Oh, thank you, Joe Mom. I appreciate that. That was actually a. So the I get knocked down part was a video I made a while back that I just reportioned because I wanted to show, like, yeah, you know, I used to die a lot. Still do, but I die less than I used to. And now I shoot and kill more. All right, we got to win this one for Drew, y'all. The doctors are going to unplug him from his life support if we don't win this game. That's what he said. I'm not saying that. I didn't make those rules. He said that. Those are his words. He put that pressure on me. So we got to win. I think I got Filter Mount good. How are you? Yeah, man, doing great. Doing great. Had a pretty chill weekend. Did some yard work on Saturday. Did the whole church thing yesterday. Went out for Easter brunch. It was rainy and dreary. Thank you for starting the rivalry. That helps me figure out where you is. What are you shooting at? They're rank 7. They're a bot. Sell it, but we might win this one, y'all. We might win this one. They're not a bot. They're going to hide in a tree. You bastard. Are they still up in the tree? I don't see them. Yeah, they are. They're still up in the tree. Oh, don't run. You freaking weenie. Are you kidding me? You have height and you run? Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Drew gets to live. Drew gets to live. That's the way we do it around here. Oh no, princess. You gotta get your sleep. You gotta get your sleep. Drew, I'm so happy for you and your continued existence. All right, let's go. Gave you with the 10 GGs. Thank you. Yay, Drew gets to live. Congratulations. Yeah. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Was that a bot? Can y'all tell me if that was a bot? I would say that was not a bot. I went into that fight thinking it was a bot because they were only a rivalry level 7. But the way that they landed in the tree and kept fisting around didn't seem like a bot to me. So that's perplexing. I didn't think anybody that they just must not play that much. or they're really bad at rivalries. Because anytime I see anything less than a 10 now, I just assume they're a bot. I can confidently tell you, I don't know, but probably not. Okay, thanks, Mandy. I didn't think they were. I mean, like I said, I saw they were a rivalry level 7. I was like, oh, that's a bot. And then I saw them glider in, and I'm like, I don't think bots are on gliders. And then they landed in the tree and stayed up there and started taking shots at me from the tree. And I'm like, that's not a bot. But they were only rivalry level 7, so that was kind of weird. I have a kid-free day most of tomorrow. Just got to drop one kiddo off at daycare and the other school-aged at my mother-in-law, and then I can come home and sleep. Let's go. Like that. Bots and trees would be diabolical. Right, Joe Mama? Like, that's something. Giraffe Science, good morning. How are you doing? How was your Easter? How's your mom and them? They rotated before stones, so probably not a bot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Joe Mama. Like I said, I ran into that fight thinking they were a bot, but as soon as they landed in a tree, I'm like, that ain't a bot. And play Fortnite, of course. Of course. I mean, that's goes without saying. Their movement was a giveaway. Yep. That's what I'm saying, Danny. I just want to make sure, because I don't know. I posted that video that Joe Mom was talking about that I posted this weekend. There was a fight right at the end, and it's only like a 2 or 3 second clip of the fight. Can we see the skins? You want to see my skins? It's very personal. Sure. What skin do you want to see? I have lots. I'll scroll for a little while. So anyway, I made this post, and trolls are going to be trolls, right? Somebody, the first comment I got on YouTube was that was an AI, and the person laughing at me about it, and I'm like, it wasn't an AI. They were rivalry level 10, and I only showed you like 3 seconds of the fight, and it was them shocking at me. Like, they don't shockwave. Bots don't shockwave towards you. They might shockwave away, but they don't shockwave towards you and in an attack. But I was like, why you got to come on here? Somebody's putting out a good video. I didn't go on there saying I'm the best fighter in the world. I didn't make some glorious claim about how awesome I am. I was just like, hey, I used to suck, and now I don't. Now I suck less. That was the point of the video. And everybody's like, that was a bot. Or that was AI. I'm like, no, it wasn't. You can tell that from like a 2-3 second clip of the person jumping into me on the fight and how I deleted them in midair. You could tell they were bot from that. Like, come on, please. Whatever. My break's over. It was good to see you, brother. Have a good stream. Thank you, Jacavius. Have a good day, dude. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. We will talk to you soon. Yeah, people are just haters. I know. Like, why you got to be a hater like that, man? I don't understand what people get out of making comments like that. Like, hey, I did something that made me feel good about me today. Oh, really? You feel good about yourself? Let me crap all over your day because that makes me feel good about me. Really? Get a life, dude. Mama dropped you on your head. It shows a miserableness in our world. That's so true, Danny, right? Do I have the naked Homer skin? I don't think I do. I don't think I got that one. No, I just have regular Homer. The naked Homer was disturbing. Yeah, low lights who have nothing better to do than hide behind your keyboards. Yeah, Giraffe, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're scrolling through YouTube, you find my video, which, number one, you're scrolling through YouTube. Who does that? Like, how did you just randomly come across my video? Like, I death scroll on TikTok, but I don't death scroll on YouTube. Sorry if you guys death scroll. Your contributor to why I'm going to stream, by the way. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, you should definitely stream. It's so much fun, man. You meet some of the best people. I said it earlier, like 99% of the people in the Fortnite community are awesome people. You do have to deal with the 1% every now and then, but I'm gonna start streaming. Let's go, Drew. As soon as you do, you come in and let me know, like drop me something and I want to be your first follower. You definitely come back and let me know when you're all set up. I'll follow you. I have all my stuff. Just a click of a button. I'm stalling right now. Yeah, don't stall, man. Just do it. Just do it. And here's the thing. Don't even try to be perfect at streaming. Just be you and get on here and let your personality come through. Don't try to be somebody else, right? Like it would be so cringy if I came on here and tried to be like Flex, and just screaming and hollering. Like everybody would look at me like, why is Unk about to have a heart attack? Like it would just look awful. It would be a bad look for me. You know, just be you. Do your thing, play your game, and the right people will eventually find you, and you'll end up building a little community, um, and it'll be awesome. You'll make some great friends, and you'll love it. You'll love it. But don't compare yourself or your stream to anybody else. It's your slice of the world, and just go there to have fun doing what you're doing, even if it's only talking to one person. Just go do it. That I didn't want to cook. Wait. Oh, okay. Do it. After you do it once, it gets easier. We would support. Yeah, it's exactly right, Giraffe. It once you do it the first time, it gets easier. It gets a little addictive. But don't fall into the new streamer trap of, because look, Flex and I started streaming about the same time, and Flex, gosh, what was it? Back in December, I think it was beginning of December, maybe October. He was going for Gamer of the Year, came in second place, and TikTok Gamer of the Year came in second place. And he started streaming at the same time I did. Dude's insane. Really nice guy. I've talked to him several times. Super nice guy, great streamer. He's like 19 or 20 years old, something like that. Dude's got tons of energy. He's just a different streamer than I am. And if I tried to imitate him, it would not be authentic. It's authentic to who he is, not me. And don't try to compare the success either, right? Like just be you. Um, and appreciate the people that show up and talk to them and make every single one of them try to feel special, and you'll be fine. I'm in my mid 30s. Dude, I'm 54. I'm 54. And the number of times, there are some people who come in here and call me Unk to try to make me feel bad about being an older person playing this game. And there are some people where it's just more of a term of endearment, right? And I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference when you're coming in trying to put me down and when you're coming in and, you're just trying to be a friend, right? What's up, Olive? Been gone for a while, trapped in the world of Arc Raiders. Olive, Arc Raiders is fun. I play it, I just don't stream it. It's not a game that I think I would do well trying to stream because I've really got to pay attention to the game, and I'm not good enough at that game to play it and talk to chat at the same time. And I have noticed other streamers, friends of mine, it happens to all of them. I think it's a rare person that can be really good at that game and stream it and talk to chat. But Ark is a fun game. I just don't think it's a great streaming game. Unless you'd want to be those streamers that everybody just watches you play, right? And if you're talking your thought, but you're not reading chat, like if you're okay watching somebody play but not read chat, then okay. B Harp is kind of like that. He's really freaking good at the game, but when he's playing, he's playing. And in between raids, then he'll talk to chat. But when he goes topside and he's playing the game, and he's not reading chat. But now B Harp has like 1,000 people watching him every time he plays too. So You know, him and like Burnt Peanut and those guys. It's a different stream. If you stream it, you don't have to be as locked in. If you only PvE, no way to PvP in chat. Yeah, 100% Joe Mama. I don't even know if I could PvE it though, because like the arc messed me up, man. I've got to pay attention. I mean, at least you found me through Nobi. Love what you're doing and love the minute. Oh, Britt, thank you. Nobi's a great friend. We love Nobi around here. I'm one of Nobi's mods. Although I haven't, he streams at all weird hours now. I never know what his schedule is. And so unless you're like staring at your phone and see when he goes live, you know, I try to catch him when I can, but it's hard for me to get on his schedule because he's just all over the place. You get Cloak One, Game Changer. Yeah, I need one of those bad, for sure. Bo show. That would be nice. I don't know. That's just a game for me to play off stream. Maybe I'll feel comfortable about streaming Arc Raiders one day, but it's just not, for me, this is more my game. Because even like coming in here and doing ranked, I don't want to play ranked Fortnite on stream because I lock in more. Because I'm trying to rank, right? Where when I play pubs, like I want to do my best, but I'm here to hang out with you all. Yeah. I want to put on the best game that I can, but it's more important for me to talk to y'all. I'll lock in every now and then, but if I die because I'm reading chat, it really doesn't bother me. You know, I don't care. Y'all were saying something or we were having a conversation that was kind of cool. Nope, you're going to throw me in the water. Watch. This is like the new thing. No, he's not. He's actually going to be fun. Most people will get you on your shoulders and they take you straight to the edge and throw you in the water. Yeah, I've seen chat get streamers killed because they were watching. Yeah, it happens, Olive. But I mean, I don't care. You know, if I'm playing a tournament or if I'm playing ranked, yeah, then I care. But that's the reason I don't stream ranked. And when I play a tournament, I let everybody know, hey, you know, or I'll have one of my mods post pin a message. I'm playing in a tournament and I'm not paying attention to chat right now. But you know what I notice? When I play in tournaments, nobody really watches. I mean, I have some people, and I shouldn't say nobody. There are people who will always show up for me, but for the most part, you know, people don't want to watch you just play a game. They can watch 1,000 other people play the exact same game. Age 100%, it doesn't matter. Always been odd to me. I feel like, yeah, I know. Taylor, so much. I get it less. I got it for a while when I first started streaming. They're like, aren't you too old to be on here? I'm like, and my immediate reaction was, isn't it past your bedtime? Go away, little boy. Like, how are you going to come in here and tell me I'm too old to play a game? Like, I'm the original gamer generation. That, and I don't think there's enough people that have had encounters with Gen X yet. So many people have been focused on boomers for so long. There's a lot of people that haven't encountered Gen X, mainly because we kind of keep to ourselves and keep our mouths shut. But the worst thing you can do is tell a Gen X person they can't do something. And it's not because we're arrogant or think, you know, we're too good and we can do everything. It's because we grew up in an age where we were told we had to do everything. Are you hungry? Get in there and make yourself something to eat then. Are you bored? Go outside and play. Like, that was literally just our generation. We were told to go do stuff for ourselves. So we never asked for permission to do anything. The only thing we ever had to ask permission for was to actually come inside. You came inside before it was dark and you were going to get in trouble. Get out of the house. Get out of here. What are you doing inside the house? No, you're tired? Wake up. You weren't allowed to come inside to get a drink. Yeah, you had to go to the hose. That's exactly right. And look, if you don't know what hot hose water tastes like, I automatically know you're not Gen X. Every Gen X person knows what hot hose water tastes like. I'm not Gen X, but I know what hot hose water tastes like. Let's go, Beluga. All right, okay. You're Gen X adjacent then. That rubbery essence in my water childhood, right? I know. Like, it only took once or twice, and then you were smart enough to know, hey, you gotta turn that thing on and let it run for a little while before you actually try to take a sip of it. That was just a coming of age. It was a rite of passage. But you only made the mistake a couple times, and you were like, oof, hot hose water's nasty. Now I think if you told somebody, hey, if you're thirsty, go get something out of the garden hose, they'd be like, that's child abuse. Do you know how many plastics and toxins are in that garden hose? Why would you tell a kid to drink that? Because they said they were thirsty, and there's water right there. Don't drink it. I don't care. You're the one that's thirsty. You focused on the wrong person. Goober. I remember saying that to my nephew one time because he's like, hey, I'm thirsty. I was like, well, there's a garden hose right there. I'm not drinking out of that. Okay. And I just walked on and continued with my day. He's like, well, I'm still thirsty. I'm like, well, there's still a garden hose right there. He's like, well, I don't want to drink that. I was like, okay. And I just kept moving on with my business. And he's like, I don't think you understand I'm thirsty. I was like, I don't think you understand that I've told you twice where to get something to drink and you told me you don't want it. Like, I'm not here to take an order from you. Like, I told you where the water is. If you don't want to drink it, you're not thirsty enough. It's a wonder we didn't die of dysentery for real. I tell you what we didn't die of was thirst. Hey, look, if you were thirsty, everybody had a garden hose. You weren't far away from a garden hose. You could get something to drink. Yeah, literally my nephew just kept looking at me like, are we not going to go somewhere to get something to drink? No, we ain't going somewhere to get something to drink. There's a hose right there. Well, I don't want that. Okay. really hate those explosive things, though. It's the first time I ever used them. I really don't like them. Been killed by them a lot. See, and now I tell that story to, like, younger parents, and they're like, well, he was thirsty. Why didn't you take him to get something to drink? And I was like, what part of the story are you not understanding? I took him somewhere to get something to drink. He didn't want it. He's like, you really expected him to drink out of the hose? Yeah, it wasn't a joke. Like I said, you would for sure. Where is this dude? Oh, they're up there. Hmm. My 10-year-old thought it was a treat to let him drink those. See, and the world comes back around. It's all going to be okay. That's right, Mandy. It is a treat. I think it is now. Everybody thinks, that's so cool. You got to drink out of a water hose. I don't know if that person ran away or if they're still there. He must have ran away. Oh well. Where's my arrival at? I'm way over here. Good grief. Fire hose would be cruel and rip their face. Yeah, I would. That's for sure. So when I was a firefighter, when I first became a firefighter and I went through training, you know, we were always taught to handle the fire hose with two people, right? You've got the one on the nozzle and then you've got somebody else back behind helping you anchor it. Well, the person behind me, when we were training one time, lost their footing and slipped and let go of the hose. And just the way I hadn't fanned the flame out enough yet. Like we had just turned it on. We just charged the hose. And I mean, that thing lifted me about 3 feet off the ground. And I was lucky I didn't let go of it. Because if I had, it would have been bad. That thing would have started just flailing around, taking people out. Boy, the captain chewed that other dude out, though. Don't you ever let go of that hose. You could have killed him. Oh, yeah. I ain't letting go of the hose. I went for a ride, though. You missed a chapter? Yeah, I used to be a firefighter. Volunteer firefighter when I first got out of college. Up in Northern Virginia. Loved every second of it. I had him dead. I had him so dead. What are you shooting at, homeboy? You don't even know I'm up here. Where is you? Okay. Owies. Owies. They repositioned. We're going to go this way and see if we can get some heals. It's one heck of a resume, by the way. Yeah, I did a lot. It took me a little while to figure out what I was going to do with my life. So, I did several things. Goober's still trying to snipe from over here. We need to go jump on his head. There, we jumped on his head. And all that noise. Literally, how many lives have you... I've done a lot, Mandy. The hot tub does heal, yeah. Ooh, you know what? I didn't even see that sitting there, though. Come on. Alright, this hot tub's gonna piss me off. Now we got to go. Somebody sniping at me again. Okay. You had eyes on me. Nice trick. Nice trick. Don't want to play. Loadout is insane. Could be. Not the biggest fan of the pump shotgun, to be honest with you. It hits hard, but I'm really not the best with it. So I am not as confident. If I had some gold dualies, I'd be a whole lot happier. Uh-oh. 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 Can I be... Oh, no! I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep. I'm dead. Well played. Well played. Crispy bacon with the let 'em cook. Thank you, dude. Thought that was Clicks there for a second. Did you see that name? Did y'all see that name? CLXVX. When I first looked at it, I was like, is that Clicks? No way I just died to Clicks. What up, Dark Superman? How are you, dude? Welcome in. Happy Monday to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me just make sure nothing at work is blowing up. Bear with me one second. I rarely see the names. Yeah, me neither. This is CLXVX dash. I don't think it's clicks, though. He normally plays builds. He wouldn't be in here. I'm like, dude, if I just died to clicks, that would be an honor. You didn't get in time. They cooked you. Dang it. Yeah, they did. That's all right. I'm going to play another one. I just got to check on work real quick. Sorry, I have to go through 7 layers of security just to see if there's any messages. And there aren't. Yay. Yay. Chris, thanks for the share, man. Appreciate you guys. Dude, we're almost at... We're over 5,500 likes. Thank y'all so much. And we made 3 new friends today so far. That's awesome. Appreciate y'all for tapping over there. Let's return to the lobby. Well, we get 6th place on that fight. It's not too bad. Whoever that guy was, CLXVX is a good fighter. Hey. Yes, I do, Jamie. I land there almost all the time. That's kind of my go-to spot to land. And I'm usually on a hunt to get 4 of the steaks so I can go lift the barbell. Yeah, kind of one of my go-to landing spots. I like it, though. I like it over there. Sometimes it can get sweaty, though. Faux show. It can get sweaty over there. Now you get me available. I actually think there are 6. But you only need 4. I love the mythic shoddy. It gives some... Oh, I do too. Well, depends on which shoddy. Again, I had the mythic iron pump. I'm just not as good with that shotgun. I wish I was better. But when it gives me the mythic dualies, hey, I'm very happy. You like the pump? Oh, let's go, DJ Shoe with this walk on. Good to see you, David. How are you, dude? Welcome in, my brother. You know what? We'll go to Riptides this time. We'll head over to Riptides right now. You love the mythic shoddy? Yeah. I am on early. I didn't have anything to do this morning. I mean, I always have work to do, but I didn't have any calls or anything. And I'm normally on Monday nights, and I've kind of been missing streaming in the mornings. And so, since I'm not going to be able to get on tonight, I decided to get on this morning. Just so I can get my 3 streams in this week. And the llama in the barn, yeah. I think I was one of the first people to find the llama in the barn. Because I kept telling people about it, and there's no llamas. I'm like, yeah. And then somebody saw it, and it's like, yeah, but it doesn't tell you anything about hitting it. Because, normally there's when you walk up on most llamas, you can, interact with them and open them. I was like, no, it doesn't, but you just have to beat it with your pickaxe, and it'll drop you loot. Gingerbread with a Harmony. What's up, dude? How are you, Mr. Ginger? Dude, your protege is in here almost every night whenever I stream at night. little mini Ginger. I haven't played any games with him in a while, though, man. We used to always play, or he'd grind ranked with me. How's Gingerbread doing today, dude? Yeah, my team makes me go every game. To the llama? I mean, I don't make a point to go to the llama. The loot's not that good. But if I'm over there, I'll get it. Oh, man. I'm getting screwed on the loot. Really, they make you go to the llama every time. That's crazy. I mean, it's enough for one person. It's really not that great a loot. You get a purple item or 2. I guess it'll drop a mythic occasionally. But normally it's just a purple item. Get this register She's obsessed. If you love your llama, let it shine. You be so proud of me and my progress in Ark. Let's go, dude. Joe Mama, we're always proud of you. All you need is a pistol and a dream. Yeah. I like the pistol. I'm not the greatest with the pistol. But, like, if I get a gold pistol and then I've got a green AR, you know, I'll definitely take the gold pistol. I struggle with it a little bit at distance. I'm not as good on the aim. Oh, that was for David, okay. I'm not knocking on heaven's door. I think I said this on a stream before. I don't know why I'm breaking those up. So this is the fourth stake. Now I can go do this. It's going to give me that shotty, which is going to get me killed, but we're going to take it because if I land the shot, it does so much damage. And it's really fun deleting people with one pump. But usually it gets me killed. I'm usually the one that gets deleted. Steak on the table in there? Yeah, you don't need it though. It doesn't get any faster with the 5th or 6th steak. There's another one over in that building over there too. But it's the way I just did it is as fast as it will get. So you don't get anything from getting 5 or 6 steaks. We have an Anonymous as our rival. Unk still got it. That's right, I got it. You better believe it. Handsome of the Hidden. Okay. I like the name. I like the name. Unk ain't going nowhere, man. I agree with Chad's statement, though. Always proud of you. Absolutely. Deleted. Hunk still got it. That makes me laugh. Where is this rival? Good grief, we got a long way to go. Lurk refresh. Let's go, baby beluga. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and get this chest real quick. It might have something nice in it. It didn't. Dark Superman went to heart me. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Always appreciate the support. For those of you who may be new here, all the support goes to my charity called Hero Flights, where I fly wounded veterans to their medical appointments. So all the money I raise on these streams go to buying dead dino juice so we can keep flying. Doesn't mean you gotta pay. You can stay here for free. It's 100% free to watch me sell. See, now that we're here, we're gonna get the llama. Now that we're here, we'll get the llama, but I don't know if I'd make a point to come over here. Ooh. You know what? Fortnite just said, shut up. Come here for the llama every time. That's what Fortnite just told me. Fortnite said, how dare you talk bad about the llama? Plumba with the goat. Thank you so much for the goat, man. We appreciate the gifts. If y'all really want to help out in a 100% free way, you could tap the screen over in TikTok. You could share out the lives. It's 100% free. It does so much. You can drop a heart me, and that's only a penny. The llama provides, yes. And llama we trust. In llama we trust. I won't talk bad about the llama ever again. I'm sorry, Fortnite. I didn't mean to put down your llama. I did say every now and then it'll drop a mythic. It's usually just purple stuff, though. Whose car is Deese? Nobody I know. Nobody I know. Not me. Divine lost control. Your face. Your face. In the midst of the light. Where are you hiding? There. You'd be hiding right there. Oh my gosh! I saw that going differently. Oops. Random fact of the day, the youngest grandmother ever recorded was 23. A Romanian woman. That's crazy, Joe Mama. That's crazy. 23-year-old grandmother? I can't even wrap my head around the math. Thanks for the chat. Good luck in your next games. Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate you stopping in. Don't even want to ask how. Oh, thank you for the tiny bunnies. And the You're Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I guess I never have even put up a live goal, have I? I should probably do that. We got a hot cross bun and a rose, too. And another rose. Jamie, you're killing it. Thank you guys so much. Finger hearts. That's what we need. See if I can find the finger hearts quickly. Edit. Edit. Finger hearts. There. Cool. Finger hearts. 1920s, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, not that long ago, too. I believe the youngest mom was 5. Ooh. 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 That, Nothing about that sits right with me. Oh. I don't want to know that. Yeah, that's just disturbing. Oh, okay, it's not going to give me that. Use my modern Dewey Decimal System to look that one up. Oh my god, yeah. I fell down the Apollo 1 rabbit hole last night. It's so interesting and sad. Oh, that's the one that blew up on the launch pad, right? I believe Apollo 1 was the one that blew up on the launch pad. It's actually spelled Dewey. The cabin ignited, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what started the fire, but it was because of them, the entire launch pad was redesigned, and they put escape hatches. It's like, and they still have them today. There's these baskets that they can jump in and pull a handle, and it basically rides a zip line all the way down to the ground, away from the launch pad. And that system was invented because of the Apollo 1 fire. And I'm trying to think of who the captain was on that one. Not Buzz Aldrin. It was oh gosh. He had a goofy name. Shoot. Gus. Yeah, Gus Grissom. Yep. One of the original astronauts. And I think at the time Gus had the record for the most time spent in space. Like, he went in orbit the longest before the Apollo 1. He was born in the 1920s. I can't believe how long ago that was. Was he really? Gus Grissom was born in the 20s? Really? That'd make him older than I would have thought he was during the space program. Yeah, I would have put him in his 40s during the space program. I would have thought he was younger than that. I could see him being born in the 30s, maybe. That's crazy. Morning, Bomber. How are you, dude? I love learning interesting facts. Wasn't the first man in space Russian? No. No. Actually, the first man in space, they orbited the space first, but they used a monkey. They may have put Yuri may have been the first astronaut. So you may be right. I really can't remember who the first man in space was. Russia got to space first. And it accelerated our space program a lot. And back then it was all military application. They wanted to get to the moon because they thought that they could, put missiles on the moon. Yuri was the first man in space. Okay. Yeah, I thought that sounded right, but I couldn't really remember. But it was a race to the moon because the idea was for military application. You had this orbiting station, and we already had the technology to detect a missile launch, right? But the idea was you would not be able to detect a missile launch from the moon. So you'd be able to launch a missile at Russia, and they wouldn't know it was coming until it was too late. We never landed on the moon. That's Gingerbread saying that. Literally said we lost the tech to get back. 1926. Okay, well, that makes a little more sense, I guess, Danny. 1926, yeah. Still a little older than I thought he was going to be. Yeah, I'm not going to get on the side of whether we actually landed on the moon or not. I've seen a lot of the evidence of why people think we never did. I don't know if we did or not. I love this topic. I have a lot of issues with the space program. I like that we have moved more towards a privatization of the space program. I figure, and you just look, there's been a lot more advancement in the technology now that private companies in the U.S. are driving it. NASA literally said we lost the tech to make it back. Really? And I've also heard the Russians have always questioned whether we made it or not. And I don't know how true this is. I guess we'll find out if we actually believe that they're orbiting the moon now. There was a or there is like a radioactive layer just outside of our atmosphere that the Russians never could figure out how we got through without radiating the astronauts. I've heard that one. I don't know if that's true or not, but they say it exists. And supposedly the way we got it was by using a thin film of gold that blocked the radiation. Again, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know any of this stuff, but that's what I've heard. I really love conspiracy theaters. Better change topics or I'll get in trouble. No, we can talk about the theories. You know, it's just when people start personally attacking each other, because if I'm like, well, no, I think we landed on space, and somebody's like, well, then you're an effing moron, then we need to cut it off. I got no problem with us talking about theories. Are you trying to bump me off my question is, how did we land on the moon but not have done the research on how we got there? I also think it's weird that I heard somebody talking about it today, saying that this is the first time that we'll have astronauts on the dark side of the moon to take pictures. And I'm like, no, Apollo 13 went on the dark side of the moon. Like, there have been other astronauts to go on the dark side of the moon. But I heard somebody say today, they were like, yeah, no one's ever seen the dark side of the moon. I'm like, yeah, they have. They have none of the science or equations or calculations to get there. Neil Armstrong has 2 children alive to this day. Yeah. I will say, here's my only argument against the thought that we didn't land on the moon. And like I said, I've seen a lot of it, and there's a lot of compelling information. A lot of compelling information for us not landing on the moon, right? My only argument back on that is the simple fact that a person can't take a poop in Washington, D.C. and try to keep it a secret. So I have no idea how anybody would be able to keep that a secret. You've got that many people involved. Somebody would try to get rich with a tell-all book about how they faked the landing. Somebody would try to do a book deal. That's my only argument on, like, I don't know. I mean, even Deep Throat had to identify himself before he died because he just couldn't keep it a secret anymore. Watergate's a prime example, yeah. We wanted to have the jump on Russia and China. It was all filmed, yeah. Yet the Library of Congress keeps a copy of documents. All the United States, yeah. Yep, that would be my only argument, to be like, I don't know, I think we landed because I just don't know how, I missed a stake somewhere. I just don't know how you keep that secret. I mean, look, even the guy that actually shot Osama, good lord, what a Freudian slip that was. The guy that shot Osama couldn't keep his mouth shut. And there was a code amongst SEAL Team 6. You know, like you don't talk about it. SEAL Team 6 all did it together. It was a team. Yeah, that guy was like, screw you, I shot him. And had to come out and tell the whole world that he did it. Making people disappear because they're a Russian spy, yeah. Come on. That's not what I wanted to do. I would love to believe that there are enough people in the government and the military, right, and all that, that would see the greater good of, hey, we've got to fake the space race to freak the Russians out. Like, I would love to believe that we did all this to freak Russia and China out and make them believe that we got there. Much to the same way that Reagan did his whole Star Wars initiative. The whole Star Wars initiative was to get Russia to spend too much money and to go broke, and it worked. He thought we had technology we didn't have and got them to spend themselves into oblivion and go broke. Ooh, no. So there's a philosophy to that, and I can buy that that's what NASA did. You know, I can get behind that. But I don't know how you keep it secret that long. What up, Darky? Thank you for the harmony. Good morning to you. How are you doing? But part of me wants to be like, why would we admit that? You have a family to protect. Yeah, so I don't know. I always come back to I can believe all of it, but then I also believe human nature, and human nature is like, nope, I want to get paid. I've got a government secret, and I can tell all and make money from it. You know, and I'm 80 some odd years old, and I don't care if I lose my top secret clearance now, right? Like, I think that was the person I was just shooting at. Yeah, it is. Missed a shot. I missed it again. I'm in trouble. There's no barrels. I'm in trouble. Pizza. I need pizza. What up, Father Time? Thank you for the heart. Me and to go popular. How are you, dude? We're talking conspiracy theories if you want to jump in. Okay, got deleted. Nice job, dude. I'm here to remind you to turn the hacks off, sir. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm using hacks, I need to upgrade. My hacks suck if I'm using hacks. Yes, sir. But we're out here having fun doing it, dude. Yeah. I'm still using Atari 2600 attacks. Left, right, jump, down, right, desk. Those are the hacks I remember, dude. Conspiracy theories. There's enough room on that door for Jack. I heard a conspiracy theory that they're planting ticks. What do you mean they're planting ticks? No, we just got on the did we ever land on the moon or not talk. Like the little bugs. But what do you mean they're planting them? What does this thing want me to do? I'm very confused. It says I have one available. I come down here, but it won't let me get it. I'm weird. They carry Lyme disease. Oh, yeah, I know they carry Lyme disease, yeah. Because they're coming out with a vaccine this year. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, we know about past government experiments on people. They're leaving boxes of ticks in the field, whether it's true or not, to be determined. Yeah. It wouldn't, man, we could have. That's kind of where I'm at, Father Time. Like, I've seen I seen the evidence that points to that we never landed on the moon, and I see it and I go, yeah, okay, like I get it. And I was just saying my only counter, and it's not that I'm on either side, like I could go either way. My only counter to that is no one can poop in Washington, D.C. without 12 people talking about it. So how do you have an entire agency like NASA fake something like that and no one came out with a tell-all? And look, I can believe that we were in the height of the Cold War and everybody bought into the mission that we had to get China and Russia freaking out back then. Yeah, I get it. But when those people turn 80 some odd years old and be like, I don't care if I lose my top secret clearance. Here's what actually happened. And I was a guy that was in the know. Like not one person has ever done that. We've talked about, all the leaks from Watergate, all the leaks from Iran Contra. You can't do anything in Washington without somebody leaking something about something. So I just don't know how you pull off something of that massive a scale and not one person came forward ever and said, yeah, no, we faked it all.
McLean0227 just followed.
McLean with the follow over on the purple app. Let's go. I don't know enough to take a stand. Yeah, kind of me, Danny. Like I've seen both of it. I could go either way. At the end of the day, do I really care? Not really. Whatever. Yeah. Nobody in Washington can keep their mouth shut. All those people in NASA don't get paid enough to keep their mouth shut for that long. At some point, somebody would have said something. Cold War was won in Lake Placid in 1980. That's an interesting take, Father Time. That is an interesting take, sir. Warner von Braun, the first director of NASA, has Psalm 19:1 on his headstone, which references the call to Houston in real time with no delay from the astronauts. The comparison to Mars pictures. He said to take the remote area, the Challenger space shuttle, people all having exact doppelgangers with the same name. I think the whole NASA is sketchy. There's so much I call BS. Okay. You don't have to have an entire place lie. Everyone can believe it. You just place a handful that knows. Yeah, but David, even if a handful knows, like even Deep Throat from the Watergate era couldn't keep his mouth shut. Even he, before he had to die, had to come out and go, it was me. Just want to let you all know, it was me. He just could have died and nobody would have ever known the difference. But even he couldn't keep his mouth shut. Anyway, I don't know. It's all fun to talk about. I wouldn't put it past us to fake it, though, for all the reasons I've said before, because, you get China and Russia freaking out. I know for a fact that's what Reagan did with the Star Wars initiative. He got them believing that we were working on all this stuff to get Russia to spend themselves into oblivion, and it worked. It worked like a dream. Did it put us into massive deficits? Absolutely. But there was faith that capitalism could overcome the deficits that communism never can. Instead, we just realized that, you know what? We got an appetite for debt. Now we can't turn it off. Talking about conspiracy theories and playing Nirvana, interesting. Well played, Father Time. Well played, sir. I like it. Do we want to go down that rabbit hole too? Dude, that was well timed, friend. I like it. I like it. Oh my gosh. Got a big gut chuckle from me on that one. Another well-timed song, yeah, for real. You have to wonder why grunge ever became a thing. And look, you know, I'm Gen X. I was responsible for it. But part of it is like, did we just get tired of guys wearing leather pants and having bigger hair than the girls they were dating? So we traded in the leather pants for flannel. Facts, right? Wait, how do you shoot me from the water like that? Did you have bulky hair, Chad? I did not. I had a lot of hair, a lot more than I have now. But no, I never teased my hair up. I had like what I would guess would be like the typical 80s, or yeah, 80s kids hair, which was like hair is to protect the head. It was like a helmet. It's thick, but it was well combed. I swear the way some of these kids wear their hair today, like they just don't comb it, and it's a look, and it's 100% acceptable. My dad would have whipped my butt if I went out of the house like that. Now it's a style, like I get it, right? But my dad would have absolutely kicked my tail. Get in there and comb your damn hair. I had the Johnny Unitas for my younger. I got to look at what like Johnny Unitas had, but that's probably similar. I had thick, and it was almost jet black. Technically brown, but it was dark brown. Oh, you had a high and tight. Okay, yeah. Well, and so I did get made fun of because I was in high school, so late '80s. I was in a Navy JROTC program, and I had a high and tight, you know, and everybody would just be like, "Who's the cancer kid?" I'm like, "Yeah, funny," because you know we were the era of big hair. So walking around with a high and tight. I tried to pull off a flat top, but my hair wouldn't stand up like a flat top. I had to put a lot of product in it. I had a flat top for a short period, but I had to put a lot of product in it to get it to stand up like that. So it was just a high and tight. Which worked, though, because I had a Marine. One of the instructors was a Marine, and so he approved. Love the layout, by the way. Very clean. Thank you so much, Father Time. I appreciate that, dude. I experimented for a long time. The genesis of it was, you know, I used to have a little banner on there talking about hero flights and how I, you know, used the platform to raise money for my charity. And I met with a TikTok rep, just trying to get an idea. Is like, look, you know, my numbers suck. What do I got to do? And I really went to them just for them to tell me, you're a terrible streamer. Like, you're not interesting. Nobody wants to watch you. And was totally prepared for that message. But they started telling me a bunch of other stuff, and a lot of it was like the words. That little banner I had, they're like, yeah, you can't have that. As like, you know, the algorithm sees that and doesn't like it and said, you know, you got to take it down. So I did. So I took it down. That, and, you know, I had a couple things. They were basically like, all you can have is your camera and the game. That's it. They don't like any of the TikTok or the Tickfinity things. I mean, you can use the sound alerts from Tickfinity, but like any of the, you know, sub counters, or gift goals or anything else. They didn't like any of it. So once I had to take it all down, it literally was just my camera and the game. And I was like, well, I'm going to start experimenting. Like, this is boring. It needs to look better than this. Took a lot of words down, yeah. So I just started experimenting, and I was like, well, it's just part of my nature, but I don't like it when it looks like everybody else's. And so when it was just a camera and the game, I was like, now it just looks like every other streamer. So I just started experimenting with different looks, different layouts to have it look a little more unique. And I landed on this one, and I have really liked it. It looks awesome. Thank you so much, dude. That means a lot. I love it when, somebody else who's in the same kind of business I'm in, streaming, comes in and says stuff like that. That means a lot, dude. Where is... Okay, it's over here. Like, I know there's a board. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Give me a rival. Coming back. Did you see McLean's message on TikTok about your dad? No. What did McLean say about my dad? Can I scroll up and see it? McLean, I joined your Discord and read your message about your dad. Would it bother you to share more? No, I'll share anything you want to know about my dad. What did I say in TikTok about my dad? Give me a frame of reference and I'll start the story, because I can pontificate about my dad for hours. Like, literally, my dad is one of my heroes, and I love his story. And I love telling his story, but there's a lot to it. Hey, I get it. We are unicorns. Streaming is a younger man's game. I like being outside the box. Yeah, 100%. Secure the contract. Oh, it's right there. I didn't even see the dude die. Who killed him? Oh, that dude killed him. Well, I'm not going to run down there into a bush like a moron. 6 months ago, I would have. And he's just going to shoot me from there. Okay. You know what? I don't want the contract that bad. I'm good. I relate that to my dad. Wait, what? Yeah, I did get on live early. I used to stream in the morning all the time, and I kind of missed it. So I wanted to see if I could do it today. You're never this early. No, I'm never am. But it's good to see you, Beamer. Thank you for the follow, Wesley. Appreciate you, dude. Ah, crap. Father Time with the money gun. Thank you so much, dude. Have an awesome stream, dude. Gotta attend to the minions. All right. Have a great one. Thanks for stopping in, Father Time. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. So wait, I missed... Pizza's here, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Okay, hang on a second. I missed something that McLean said. Ding, ding. What did McLean said? How long you on for? Probably another 30 minutes, Danny. Then I'm actually gonna have to start working. So I probably got time for like one more game, but... What is this? Friday. Okay. Sorry, McLean. I wanted to I want to address your question. I'm happy to tell my dad's story. Is there like a particular part? Like if you can form a question about my dad. I'd be happy to tell you the answer because my dad's story is long, and I love it. Okay, I'm gonna head out, start my day. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless you too, Danny. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. I'm interested in Chevy and racing part. Oh, okay, McLean. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so he was an executive for General Motors. So when he so my dad grew up as a cotton farmer in Texas and despised it. Like he wanted to do nothing about cotton. He wanted off the cotton farm. It is hard work. It is really hard work and it in brutal heat. And so he thought his escape was to join the Air Force, and he was in the Air Force for several years and realized that he hated that more than picking cotton. Your dad's a cotton farmer? Nice. Um, and so, when he got out of the military, he took the GI Bill and went to college, which, he was the first from his family to go to college. Um, and the GI Bill didn't pay for everything back then. So he worked 2 jobs and put himself through college. He would bag groceries and then, worked on cars at night. And the guy that owned the service station allowed him to sleep above the service station, so he had a free place to live, while he was in college. And so that's kinda how he started. Um, then he got a job with General Motors as basically like an area service manager. So he was responsible for calling on the area dealerships and looking at the service problems they were having and taking it back to the engineers or teaching the technicians on how to fix certain problems. And then, dealing with customer disputes about a long standing problem they're having with the car. Right. So that was kind of his job. Um, Somewhere along the way, he caught the eye of one executive who was like, "What are you doing working in service? You need to be in sales." And my dad was like, "I don't know nothing about selling nothing, right?" Like the only reason I'm a mechanic was because I worked on farm equipment my entire life, and he was a flight mechanic in the Air Force. My dad just knew how to fix stuff, right? And so that was his job. That's what he's thinking. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to be in sales." And this guy was like, "Look, one day I'm going to call you, and I'm going to have a job for you, and all I can tell you is don't say no." Because General Motors had a we'll change scenes here real quick. General Motors had what do you call it? A culture at the time of when jobs came around, you take it. You didn't have to. You could say no, but if you ever said no, you'd never be offered another one again. Like, you were a company man, and when the company needed you, you stepped up. You didn't have to, and they weren't going to fire you. You'd have a job there for as long as you continued to perform, but you were going to be stuck at whatever level you were at for the rest of your career. So my dad took that advice, and one day they called him up, and they're like, "We got a job, area truck sales manager, but it's in Phoenix." And at the time, my whole family's originally from Texas. Um, so my dad had to make the decision to pack up his family. I was like 2 years old at the time, about to turn 3. And I've got a brother who's 5 years older than me, so he would have been 7 or 8. He had to make the decision to pack up his family and leave Texas and move to Phoenix, Arizona, and he did it. And that one decision was probably the best decision he ever made in his career, because while he was, like, area truck sales manager in the Southwest, which back then was the only place they sold trucks, um, like, nobody in the rest of America was buying a pickup truck. While he was there, General Motors made a decision. They were coming out with this small little pickup. They called it the Love, which stood for light utility vehicle. They were going to come out with the Love pickup. They're similar to like an S10 pickup, if you remember those. But back then they called it a Love. And they were going to sell them nationally. And so the powers that be up in Detroit were like, who's our we need a national truck salesperson. Who's our truck person? And they kind of looked up in the directory and it's like, it's this dumbass named Charles down in Phoenix. Well, get his ass up here. And so, he got orders to move to Detroit. And he moved up there and now he's the national truck sales marketing manager. Um, and my dad's just a hard worker, and he learned the business, and he learned the business really, really well. And so he was always impressing people, and his career just took off from there. They just kept giving him bigger and harder things. And that progressed to a point where he was the number 4 person in Chevrolet. He was head of sales and marketing for Chevrolet. And they were getting ready to groom him to be the number 1 or number 2. It was this whole pedigree thing. They sent him. I mean, my dad graduated from East Texas State University, which doesn't even exist anymore. It's now Texas A&M at Commerce. Um, and so they knew, they were like, well, the board's never going to approve him with that background. So they sent him to Wharton School of Business one summer to get basically what they called an executive MBA. It was a certificate program, but they sent him there to just so he could have a pedigree. So they say that he graduated from Wharton, which he didn't graduate, but he got a certificate. But anyway, it was just so Wall Street would be okay with him. Um, and that's kind of where he was at. But they made one mistake. We were back in Detroit for the second time, and they told my dad, "Hey, we're moving you to Dallas, Texas," which is again where we were from. And my parents were elated. We were like, "Look, this all paid off. You know, we've done well. We've gotten through." My dad's probably 40 at this time. We've done well. We've succeeded. We're at the top of the pyramid. We're getting the job, and we're going to be able to do it from Texas. When we were living in Detroit, we were building a house. So we were in a rental home. We were building a home. We were only there for a year when they moved us to Dallas. And my parents found a house that was under construction that they were going to finish construction. It was like their dream home. And word got to the CEO about this house that my parents were buying down in Texas. And the CEO of General Motors told my dad, "Hey, don't get comfortable down there. You're only going to be there for about a year, year and a half, and we'll bring you right back to Detroit. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even sell your house up here. Just go rent a house down in Dallas for a year, and we're going to bring you right back up. It's just really to round out your resume." Well, we all hated Detroit. Like, and at that point, my dad had gotten to a point in the career where it wasn't about customers and cars anymore. It was about fiefdoms and control and who had the power to do what. And that wasn't my dad. And he hated that every day. He realized that there was people who used to be friends with him who he passed on the corporate ladder that now resented him because he climbed faster than they did. And they resented him for it. And he was miserable. I mean, I am convinced that if he'd stayed in that job, he would have been dead at 45. I mean, he was stressed out all the time. Well, at that time, so we had lived in Charlotte before we moved to Detroit the second time, and he was running when we lived in Charlotte, he was running all of the Southeast for Chevrolet, and he had met a dealer named Rick Hendrick. And Rick Hendrick had probably 20 or so car dealerships at the time, which was a big deal for car dealerships back then. You didn't have people who had that many. And Mr. Hendrick had gotten to a point where he had just started his first NASCAR team and was calling my dad saying, "Hey, I need somebody to help me run the car business while I figure out this NASCAR stuff." Um, and for a long time, my dad resisted. He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I've already got a job that I'm good at and I'm happy with." Um, you just moved from Charlotte? Well, I live up at Lake Norman. Um, so it took a lot of persuading, but we were all pretty miserable. And when Dad realized that we were going to spend the rest of our lives in Detroit, and he just wasn't happy with the job, and we really liked it in Charlotte when we lived here before. Um, This is the first time Dad ever asked us our opinion. Every other time we moved, it was we were just told, "Hey, we're moving." This is the first time Dad came home and said, "Look, I got to talk to y'all about something," and kind of asked our opinion about it. He goes, "I'm thinking about taking this job with Mr. Hendrick and leaving General Motors, and it would mean moving back to Charlotte," which I was 100% for. I was elated at the idea. So, and one of the jobs my dad had was he was at Chevrolet was director of motorsports, but my dad had nothing to do with Hendrick Motorsports other than, talking to Mr. Hendrick about it, but he didn't run Hendrick Motorsports. He had really nothing to do. They're very separate businesses. Um, but I grew up as a kid going to a lot of NASCAR races. So yeah, he left Chevrolet, took early retirement out of Chevrolet. We moved back to Charlotte. And he kind of came in, and I wouldn't say single-handedly, so don't take it that way, but definitely instrumental in helping Mr. Hendrick grow his empire from, 20 or so dealerships to over 100. Yeah, so that's my dad's story. I'm not sure if that was the part you were wanting to hear, but that's it. Recently bought a car from Hendricks, and it was not a good experience. Well, look, the car business is a nasty, snaky business. And I'm not trying to defend Mr. Hendrick by any means, but that big of an empire, like there's just snakes in the business everywhere. And that was one of the things my dad was really good at, was running snakes out of the business. Um, people, people used to say, like, if my dad was a rocket, his countdown started at 4. You didn't get a 10, 9, 8. It would start at 4. Like, he would just light off on people. Because he knew the business, and he knew how to do good business, and he knew how to take care of customers, and he knew right and wrong. Now, look, he'd run off a bad customer too, but he hated snakes. He found snakes. And to this day, I can go into car dealerships. Not everybody knows my dad, but there are 2 distinct people in the world. If you knew my dad, you either loved him or hated him. There was no middle ground. None. And I can always tell if people knew my dad, how they reacted, if you were a good person or a bad person. The number of times I walked into a car dealership, like, I knew your dad. He helped me, blah, 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 whatever. Like, one of the times I was trying to buy a car, I didn't end up buying a car, and I didn't even mean this. Like, we were test driving the car, and the sales rep was going to go pull around another car, and the sales rep was awesome, super good dude. And I walked to the sales desk, and I just said, hey, look, I grew up in this business, and I just want to let you know, you've got a really good sales rep here. Whatever you got to do to keep him. He's a good one, and I really have appreciated working with him. And, sales desk was like, what do you mean you grew up in the business? And I started telling him the story. And over in the corner, who I found out this guy was a general manager, heard the story. He's like, who was your dad? And I told him his name. And he's like, I know your dad. I wouldn't be in the position I'm in today if it wasn't him. And he looked at the sales manager like, whatever he wants, he gets at our cost. And I was like, I'm not asking for that. And he goes, I know you weren't, but your dad has helped me out so much. It's the least I could do to help, to repay. And I was like, all right, so I know this guy's a good guy. And then there's a number of times where I've come across and people are like, what'd you say your last name was? And I tell them, and they'll just be like, yeah, I knew your dad. And they'll stay it like that. And I go, and now I know you're an a-hole. Because I can see your reaction. I know you're somebody dad ran out of the business or gave a hard time to. You were wondering if it was the Hendricks. I mean, no, it's just such a big empire, and they hire so many people. And, it's a car business. There's so much turnover. People all the time are coming and going and leaving and here and there. And it's tough. It's tough to keep good people. It's tough to any one dealership to have that many people in one dealership and have them all be good. Because the car business is just a snaky business. I was selling cars when I was in high school at a Hendrick dealership. If you were in Charlotte, you probably know where Hendrick Acura is over in Independence Boulevard. When I was in high school, I was selling cars there. I would leave school at like 2:30 and drive over there and sell cars every afternoon and evening, and then on Saturdays. And I had sales reps stealing from me because there was a rule in sales, if a customer comes in, if one of your customers comes in and you're busy, another sales rep's going to help them. And if they end up closing the deal, then you've got to split the commission. Well, I had this one guy who would repeatedly call my customers to get them to come in while I was at school so that he could close them and get my commissions. And so he and I had words and went round and round about it. And I got even with him, but that's a whole different story. I mean, there's stuff like that. And you know, another Hendrick dealership, City Chevrolet. I went to college at Appalachian State University, and I had an S10 Blazer while I was up there, and I was home for fall break, and I just needed to get a state inspection done, and I get an oil change and a state inspection. So I brought it over to City Chevrolet, you know, and my dad raised me as a kid to not go around and name drop, right? So I never walked in and go, I'm blah blah's son. Right, but City Chevrolet is a Hendrick dealership, and I go in. They give the state inspection, and I'm waiting on it. And they came back and told me, like, now keep in mind, I'm 19 years old, right? And one of the snakes of the business is people like to take advantage of young people and women, right? That's kind of the stereotypical thing. And so they come back and they go, yeah, you know, the car didn't pass inspection. And I go, why? And they go, oh, the CV boots are worn on it. You know, which sounds really bad, right? Well, I know enough about the business. I was like, CV boots aren't part of the inspection. I was like, they may be worn, but you can't fail it for that. And they're like, well, it's still unsafe. I was like, fine, give me the keys. I'll get it inspected somewhere else. And they're like, no, it's too unsafe for you to drive. I'm like, so you're not going to give me the keys? And they're like, no, it needs to be fixed. Like, we don't feel safe turning it loose. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, what are you going to do? And they're like, well, I got to call my dad real quick. And I never said who my dad was. Like, I got to call my dad real quick. And so I called my dad, and he's like, what's up? And I was like, I'm over here at City Chevrolet trying to get the S10 inspected, and they won't pass it. And they're like, why? What's wrong with it? And I told him. And even he's like, that's not on the freaking inspection list. Like, I know, I told them that, but they won't give me the keys because they say it's too unsafe. And he's like, Rick and I were getting ready to head over there right now. He said, now I know where my first stop is going to be. And he came in there and just lit that service department up. And you got to understand, my dad has this voice that would just, it's sheer terror when he gets mad, how high pitch it is. And, oh yeah, Rick was there too. Rick and Dad were both headed over there. He's like, Rick and I were headed over there anyway. He goes, I'm coming to the service department first. And, you know, he hit that door, you know, and just screaming, you know. And you got to understand, my dad, the whole time, I used to always joke, like, Mr. Hendrick is one of the nicest people in the world, right? He hires people to get mad for him. I say that as a joke, but not really. Like, my dad got mad for him because Rick would never go in there and do that. That's what my dad was for. And he just freaking lit people up. And it wasn't even that it was me. It was like, this is what customer service numbers are in the tank. How many other customers are you ripping off? You know, just absolutely just ripped people. And it was always justified, you know? Yeah, Rick showed up. Yeah. It was not pretty. And then the guy made the second mistake. We didn't know it was your son. You know? You're lucky it was my son. Oh, my dad was a hothead. It was bad. Thank you for the 20 Go Pipers, McLean. So you just left Charlotte. You moved from Charlotte. Where'd you move to? Where are you at now? Yeah, without a doubt, Mr. Hendrick's one of the nicest people in the world. I've seen him do so many things for so many people, his employees. Like, if he hears a story about one of his employees struggling, the man can't help but try to help them. It's crazy. You're originally from Irmo. Let's go. I know where Irmo is. Yeah, I know right where Irmo's at. I got good friends in my church who, the wife is from Irmo. The husband, I'm not sure, he's from South Carolina somewhere. They both went to school in Florida, which is kind of weird. I think they met in Florida. But he was always or he still is a big Clemson fan. Kind of par for the course down there, right? Wait. But I moved to Charlotte for work and just recently moved back home. Kept my job in Charlotte. You graduated from Clemson? Let's go. Yeah, I love Clemson. Clemson's such a cool town. It is polarizing, though, right? Like, a lot of people think Carolinas, and it's like, oh, Duke versus Carolina. And I think a lot of people overlook the Gamecocks versus Clemson rivalry. And like, no. It's just as big a deal. Like, you can't be a middle ground. You have to pick a side. You got to be Gamecocks or a Tiger. One of the two. There is no middle ground. We also call South Carolina. I know. And being from Charlotte, well, I'm not from Charlotte, but since I've lived here most of my life, you know, we just kind of scoff and be like, okay. Y'all are the Gamecocks. You are not Carolina. We all know who the real Carolina is. It's the boys in blue. That Crimson ain't got nothing. No. Oh, yes. I love South Carolina, though. When I was at App State, I had some friends that went to USC, and I'd go down there, down to 5 Points. I'd go party at 5 Points all the time. I don't even know if 5 Points is a thing anymore, but it was back then. Used to love hanging out there. That and going to ECU. Now, Root, are you saying UNC as in Carolina, or are you just calling me Unk? Because I'll freely admit, being a Carolina boy, when people first started calling me Unk, I was like, why is everybody saying UNC to me? Because I went to Appalachian State. I went to ASU. But I never said it out loud, and I was like, oh, they're calling me old. Tar Heels, baby, that's what I'm talking about. 5 Points is still alive? Okay, good. I always loved 5 Points, man. 5 Points is a good time. I had a lot of fun at 5 Points. That and, like I said, at ECU. Now, don't get me wrong, we had a ton of fun at ASU. ASU is a different breed, though, because the town hated us. The town fought against the college all the time. And I never really understood why. And then I'd go to, like, ECU, and the whole town of Greenville, North Carolina, embraced the school. Like, they were all about it. Why can I not hit this guy? If he quit jumping around. But yeah, I used to love going to ECU for Halloween. They have the best Halloween. How am I missing this guy? All right, now I'm getting shot from the back here. Now I can go back to the regularly scheduled. Oh, I don't have any ammo left. These two goobers are still down here fighting each other. What's up, Mini Ginger? We were talking about you earlier. Gingerbread was in here earlier. I visited App State a few times, and it was very different from Clemson. Yeah, it was very different. That's a nice way of putting it. Yeah, it was very different for sure. All right. Yeah, so the cops are always trying to wait, what? My grandpa was Michael Jordan's lunch lady. Oh, really? So is your family originally from Wilmington? That's super cool, though. Okay, that dude must have died. Nope, you didn't die. Oh, I almost had him. I graduated in 21, so I'm sure it's different from where... Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's still different, though. My parents are driving down on Wednesday, actually. Let's go, Oak Where do you live now, Oak Root? You still in the Carolinas? Can you give me Deadpool, please? No. You graduated in 21 from Clemson. Dude, okay. You're still a babe. You're still a babe. Yeah, my brother lives in Wilmington. I was just down there, like 2 weekends ago. I love Wilmington. I love it. But I tell everybody, like, you have the beach side and you have the river side, but everything in between is kind of, maybe not want to hang out there. I feel like you might know my bosses, but I don't want to name drop. I might know your bosses. I might. What company do they work for? Let's start there. The owners of your company? It's possible. It's a commercial millwork company. Huh. It's possible. I have good friends that I have a good friend from church that owns one. I'll just say his name. His name's Zach. So if they know Zach, they've been in Charlotte for a while. No, not Zach. Okay. Zach's the only one I know from a millwork company. He does a lot of like woodworking, like especially he's done a lot of the work in a lot of the bars around Charlotte, a lot of the breweries and stuff. Maryland, I'm Navy brat. Well, I was a Navy brat. Both my parents are retired Navy captains. Let's go, dude. Oh, Crude, how did I not know that? You do a lot of banks. Okay. I don't think I know anybody that's in that business that does banks. Not that I know of. You never know, though. I mean, I have lived here a long time. But there's a lot of people in Charlotte now, too. So that's cool that they're letting you live in Irmo and work still, though. That's awesome. Love that. Oak Root, did I know and I forgot, which is a possibility. I'm old. I always wanted to be in the Marine Corps. I was originally supposed to go to the Naval Academy, and I wanted to be in the Marines full time, and then finish out my career as a commercial pilot. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's super cool, though, man. Navy captains. That's a no joke title. What is that like? Is that 06, 07, 06, I think? Like that's getting there. Like you're something. And have both of your parents be 06s. That's a big deal. McLean with the Go Populars. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I'm gonna play one more game. That game is a little too short. We'll play one more and then this will be LG though. Then I actually got to get to work. I got to get some lunch and then get to work. This has been fun though, man. I miss these morning streams. I had a lovely childhood. Did you get moved around a lot? Because it really depends. I mean, I guess if they were captains, you probably did early on. Thanks for chatting. Of course. I need to get to work too. Yeah, McLean. Absolutely loved it though. Appreciate the chat. If y'all aren't already in the Discord, there's a link in my bio where you can jump in the Discord and we can have like more of these kind of conversations. I absolutely love it. And either I'm going to have to start streaming more in the morning or y'all are going to have to start tuning in more at night. because this has been a lot of fun. I have missed these conversations, man. I love hearing the yapping, getting to know more about the... That's what I'm saying, Joe Mama. Me too. Like, this is awesome. Never knew that Oakroot was a Navy boy. Early on, but luckily stayed East Coast between Maryland and Virginia. The last move was Maryland, and my dad was on the Comfort. Oh, a Navy hospital. Okay. That's cool. That is very cool. I'm usually playing at night, so I'm not watching anymore. And that's kind of my problem. I'm usually playing at night too, and I know that most people are playing at night, so I'm gonna have to figure out how I can stream more in the mornings. Maybe one day a week in the morning. Maybe I can pull that off. Yeah, so, Oakroot, you'll appreciate this. So a friend of mine from college kind of knew my background, right? Because I was supposed to go to the Naval Academy. There's a whole story about why I didn't end up going to the Naval Academy. But long story short, me and the Navy didn't see eye to eye on several things. And as a 17-year-old punk kid who had his whole life of going to the Naval Academy and being a Marine and having all of that fall apart, I was like, yeah, you know, this ain't adding up to what I want to do. So I'm just not going to do it. And so I just ended up going to school at Appalachian State because that's where my brother went to school, and I didn't have a plan B. Got accepted at a whole bunch of other schools, didn't know anything about any other schools. Anyway, we don't need to get on that story. Forgot where I was going with this story now. Oh, yeah, my friend from college. So I ended up going to App State, right? And this kid, he graduates a year before me. And his first job out of college is, he was a marketing major, which marketing majors also study distribution. And so he becomes a distribution manager for a Walmart distribution center. He does that job for like a year, and he's hating everything about it, right? And so one summer, he's like, guess what I did? And I go, what? And he goes, I enlisted in the Navy. I was like, you did what? He's like, yeah, I enlisted in the Navy. I thought you'd be so happy. And I was like, why did you enlist? And he goes, what do you mean? I was like, you could have gone to OCS. You have a college degree. You got a 4-year degree. You could have gone to OCS. And he's like, what's OCS? And I was like, it's like basic training for college kids where you go in and become an officer instead of being enlisted. And he's like, well, the recruiter didn't tell me about that. I go, yeah, they don't. They're not going to tell you about it. Yeah. And he was like, well, nobody told me. He's like, dude, you should have come talk to me. I could have told you how to work this system. So he ends up going in as a grunt, right? But anyway, I'm so proud of him because he stays in until he was an E4 and then goes to OCS. As an E4, goes off to OCS, and dude is a captain now, getting ready to retire, and he runs the Navy Research Center in Norfolk. I can't think of what it's named, but it's where they do all the surface warfare research. And I'm like, dude, I could not be more proud of you. And it actually did him a lot of service to, you know, switch over from being enlisted to an officer. He had such a great career too. He was, I wouldn't say, he can't officially say he was where are these people? Where am I getting shot at from now? There you are. But he was essentially the first captain of the Aegis destroyer Michael Murphy. And I was like, because he told me, he's like, I'm getting command of my own ship. He was an XO of another destroyer, but the first one that he was CO of, he was the first full-time CO, because there was a CO that was retiring that did the shakedown trip. You being in the Navy, or at least a Navy brat, know what I'm talking about. But, when there's a brand new ship, they have to do a shakedown trial. So there was a CO that did the trial, that did the shakedown. But then once it was certified, he got command of the ship. And I remember when he told me, and I was like, I don't have to remind you of how big a deal it is. Yeah, the Carter Rock, however you pronounce that. Yeah, he's currently the CO of that. He's saying he's going to retire, but he still hasn't retired. He's been telling me he's going to retire for like 2 years. But yeah, he's currently the CO of that. And that's like his last station, right? But yeah, he was the CO of the Michael Murphy. And I was like, I know I don't have to tell you how big of a responsibility you have to protect that ship. Like, nothing can happen to that ship. And of course it was an Aegis destroyer, and he basically spent, I don't know, he was CO of it for 3 or 4 years, and basically in Japan the whole time. Officially Pearl Harbor, he's like, yeah, I didn't get to see much of Pearl Harbor ever. We were always deployed. But I loved what his Navy career has turned into be, especially from a guy who really didn't know what he was getting into. Aegis system is so insanely cool. It is so insanely cool. But I was like, he's like, yeah, I'll be bouncing between Pearl Harbor and Japan. I'm like, dude, I know what you're doing. Like, I know enough about the way the Navy works. Like, you're there just spying on Japan. Like, with that Aegis destroyer, you're just spying on, or not Japan, but on China. Like, that's your mission. He's like, man, we can't talk about stuff like that. And I'm like, I know you can't talk about it. You didn't tell me anything. I know what you're doing, though. Loose Screws and Tattoos. I love that name, man. That is such a cool name. Loose Screws and Tattoos. Okay, I need a rival. We hadn't had a rival yet this game, I don't think. Okay, they ain't shooting at me. Right? It is such a cool name. And then... Nope. Oh, this would be a bot. Rivalry rank 5. That's a bot. And look, right on time. Ow. Bot's hurt. Okay, I just lost to a bot. I just lost to a bot. That's how this season's going. Loose Screws and Tattoos. I may have come into that fight a little overconfident. Maybe, just a little bit. Maybe just a little overconfident. I bought it up because I thought I was just going to kill them quickly, but yeah. I guess that answers that. Nah, I'm actually loving this season. This season's going really well. It is definitely more challenging, but I like it. I think it has made me a better Fortnite player. I don't think it's insanely hard, but it's just hard enough, where they made the season to win, means you actually accomplish something. Reload's been brutal. Yeah, I haven't really played a whole lot of Reload. Blitz has been brutal too. About the only easy place I've had, knock on wood, easy, has been ranked zero build. And I wouldn't even say that's been easy, but hasn't been quite as sweaty as pubs have been. But I've been loving it. I think they did everything right this season. I love the rivalry system. I mean, I absolutely love the rivalry system. So I've been having a ton of fun. Unfortunately, I have to get off now. I have to get to work. This has been a ton of fun, though, man. I have missed streaming in the mornings. We got up to 14,000 likes and 4 new friends on TikTok. That has been awesome. If y'all want to join us over on the Purple app to help us rate out, that would be incredible. We'd love to have you over there. There's a link in the bio. There's also a link into the Discord where y'all can join and we can continue the conversation throughout the days there. I will not be on tonight. I normally am. I will be on tomorrow, but at an earlier time. So it's going to be a longer stream tomorrow. We've got a tournament we're playing in. Our friend Kiffer is putting on a random duos tournament. So we're going to have random duos. There's 5 games in the tournament. Each one of them has a different theme. The first one's just going to be a straight up. And then I think the second one is a hunter healer. So only one person can have a gun and only the other person is the only one that can carry heals. Then there's a hide and seek. Now, I can't remember what the other games are, but variety of games. It should be a lot of fun. Shouldn't be super sweaty, but it should be competitive. Would love to have y'all. That's going to be at 6 or 6:30 Eastern tomorrow. Would love to have y'all come back and watch that and root us on. It should just be fun, honestly. But TikTok, as always, love y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and we will talk to you soon. See you, TikTok. All right, purple people. Who we still got hanging out over here? What purple friends we got? See, we still got Oakroot, Baby Beluga, Moo Moo Man, DJ Shoe. I know Joe Mama's there. I'm glad I got to enjoy you while being off. Have a great day, friend. Yeah, Joe Mama, thank you. Let's see who we're going to raid. You know what? I'm going to take y'all to my good friend, Jiggy Joe. I mod for him. I don't think I've ever raided him. I may have. I don't think I have. But that's who we're going to take you to go see. We love us some Jiggy Joe. Jiggy is a super great human being, but he is full of energy. So y'all been watching me for a couple hours now. I'm just tell you, buckle your seatbelt because Jiggy Joe going to take you for a ride. Jiggy Joe is he's full passion, full energy. He's a ton of fun though, man. Super clean, family friendly. Another one of the reasons why I love the guy, but yeah, he gonna bring it. He's gonna bring it. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We will talk to you all hopefully tomorrow night. Hope to see y'all then. Appreciate you as always. And we'll catch you soon.